What's this shit I hear about you riding around with power glide?
He my friend, what's the problem?
Friend?
Yeah, well, I can't have friends? What's the problem, big man?
The problem is, bitch, you don't get to have nigga friends. You lucky I let you have any motherfucking friends at all. But damn sure ain't gonna have no nigga friends.
Listen, I'll tell you the whole thing. He wanted to give me a ride to the mall, and then after that, he wanted me to come back to his hotel room to talk about his problems he had with his wife. We just friends. What's your problem? Why is you so insecure?
Wait, you hear this shit?
No, nigga, I don't understand a motherfucking word. I don't speak stupid hoe babble.
Bitch, you don't get to have nigga friends. Okay, the only friends you gonna have is bitches. It ain't gonna be no motherfucker riding no JC Penney either. No JC Penney, no TJ Maxx, no TD Jakes, no Foot Locker, no Kroger's. What's the name of the other place, Wade?
City Trends?
No, yeah, no motherfucking City Trends. Nowhere. If I catch you out with that motherfucker again, I'm gonna leave both y'all where I find you.
Why is you so insecure? A real man wouldn't have a problem.
I'm not a man, motherfucker. I'm a transformer. So fuck out of here.
Get up, big man.
Ow! Ow, goddamn it. Be still, nigga. Hold on, goddamn, man. Hold on, man. Nigga, that shit hurt. Nigga, you want this tattoo or not? Oh, you know what? Never mind. Watch out, dog. Watch out. Hey, Prime, you see my car key? No, nigga. Yeah, I gotta go over here and link up with Amy, man. You know that white girl I been talking to, right? I post a picture of her on Facebook. Nigga, I don't be on fucking Facebook, nigga. Ever since Kim blocked me on there, I don't fuck with no social media. So don't ask me about no fucking Facebook. Hey, calm down, Mario. I was just asking. Anyway, I'm about to go over there now, bro. Hey, you know that storm coming, right? Oh, fuck, man. Then where the fuck my car key? Hey, Wade. Hey, one of y'all tell Shirley she had to leave?
Big man called and said new policy at the club, man. No fatties.
Nigga, what?
Don't look at me, man. That week he called me, said don't let no more fatties in the club.
Hold on, man. I call that nigga right now, man. 'Cause that's some bullshit.
Talk to me.
Megatron, did you tell them niggas to put Shirley out the club?
Yes, nigga. The name of the club is Big Steppers, not Big Fatties. So her and all her plus-size friends need to get the fuck out.
Yo, we like 'em thick in here, nigga. You got some motherfucking nerve. Especially when Quisha already told her you like it when she bites your nipples and tie a rope around your
Nigga,
neck.
shut the fuck up talking to me about Quisha.
The Transformers will return after. We now return to the Transformers.
Hey, Scream. Look at these niggas coming in here like they big steppers.
What it do, big man?
What's happening, Brian?
Oh, ain't shit.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you niggas get 3 bricks and we're gonna run it back.
Long as it ain't like last time, I'm good.
Fuck you mean last time?
You know what I'm talking about, man. That motherfucker Scream over there. Nigga, you say my name one more fucking time. Man, you better put a leash on that puppy before I light his ass up. Yeah, okay, nasty boy. Don't let that big stepper shit go to your head. I'm a big stepper for real, cockroach. I'm gonna show you when I step on you, motherfucker. Not before I transform and colonize your fucking house. I'm talking about whole infestation, nigga. Yeah, get him, Brian. Nigga, I lay eggs all over that motherfucker. Nigga, I get in your fridge and lay eggs on your eggs. Yeah, fuck you, Brian. Scream, I'm right here. I'm ready. Nigga, I stay ready.
Hey, you niggas be quiet. I gotta go to Prime Pool Party. The rest of you motherfuckers get back to work.
I thought you said this was a pool party, man. Where the bitches? Jazz, why you always running your fucking mouth? Nigga, I told my baby mama I had to work. I don't want to stand out here with a bunch of niggas in a fucking pool. I can't be around bitches right now. I'm trying to work it out with Kel. I just started back going to church, reading my Bible. I stopped drinking. I'm still gonna smoke my weed, but I stopped drinking. Time, I don't give a fuck what you do. And speaking of Kim, I just saw that bitch. Don't ever speak on Kim in your life. Ever. Nah, nigga, you need to be trying to work it out with Quisha. She the one had your back since day one. She the real ride or die Prime. You a stupid motherfucker. You think just cause you turn into old dusty ass Porsche, that make you somebody. You ain't nobody, nigga. Stay the fuck out of our business. Good afternoon.
All right, Quisha, I had a long day. Go run my bath water.
I said good afternoon.
And I said, fuck your good afternoon, bath water. And after that, I want a back rub and some head.
Come on. The Transformers will return after these messages.
All right, we back. We back for part 2, round 2. Shout out to my man Fatal J. Shout out to my man Fatal J. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. You know what? Let's go ahead and get into Carmelo Anthony. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and get that out the way. Not that we're getting it out the way, but let's go ahead and get to Carmelo Anthony. Because I think he's going to beat this case. I think he was overcharged. I think the DA made a crucial mistake by overcharging Carmelo Anthony. But we're going to go over the first day of testimony. And I think he's going to beat this case. I think he beats this case. I think he beats this case. Now, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Okay, let's get to it. Let's get into it. Jomo, listen, why, sir? Why? Okay, if everything, okay, then just don't participate. Don't watch. Don't listen. Anywho. Dun, 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 dun. All right, everybody's here. Usual suspects. Okay, let's get to it. Carmelo Anthony, y'all. It's a crazy rabbit hole. So let's start here first. Yes. Okay. Let's start here first. Come on. Let me know my audio sounds good. Okay, let's go.
On 2 hours, was it clear enough or was it fuzzy or what?
No, it was clear. It was okay. It's clear enough where you can see the actual individual raindrops come by the cameras.
Okay.
That's how clear it is. You actually see them walking up. You see that Carmelo is already up under there. He's under there minding his business.
Dodging the rain or?
Yeah, it was still raining. You know,
right.
I'm from Little Elm. So that day we were under a tornado watch.
Right.
And we were under thunderstorm warning. And we know we had already had some light rain then, and it started raining again. Then it was over with for the day.
Okay.
So that's kind of what happened on that day. But they were at a rain delay already. And so during that time when that happened, the twins, their two buddies, and a few other kids, because there was a few kids involved with them, they were all coming from the direction of the middle school, coming walking back up.
Right.
On the video, you can see those 4 that actually was involved, and maybe about 3 or 4 others that was with them, skipping up, trying to catch up behind. One veered off probably toward his way to go to the coach and kind of distract him a little bit. And then the other 4 came walking together.
Okay, so what he's saying, this was a coordinated attack. So one boy goes off to keep the coach distracted while the other 4 engage Carmelo. Okay, let's continue.
Went in front of them, went past.
Right.
The other 4 went and they surrounded Carmelo. You know, if you're Carmelo.
And they showed that on that video.
It's on the video.
Okay, come on.
You can see them walk
I'm going to say little
and
stuff.
I'll put it this way.
Okay.
They actually tell you when you're watching the video, pay attention to this corner right here, because if you look anywhere else, you might miss different things.
Okay.
So watch those 4. Here they're 4 right there coming up.
Right.
That's exactly what they say.
Okay.
And so you have no way to be confused that it's those 4.
Okay.
So they come up, they surround them, and this immediate moment of not even a few seconds of pause, then that's when they jump. And so
they actually did jump him.
Yeah, it wasn't just no touch. It wasn't just all that moment. Yeah, it was a push. It was all kind of things. But Austin pushed, Hunter hit, and then everybody swung. But at the same time,
So it's more than the twins that got some licks
all
on
4.
them. So it showed that in the video.
Yes, in the video. So again, you got Hunter and Austin standing in the middle.
Okay.
And you have the light bright boy here, and you have the darker boy here.
Okay.
I think that's what I remember. So I have to go back and think about it. But
okay, light bright, he's biracial, and the darker boy, which means he's black. So you had some black kids with the white twins to jump another black student. Okay, sounds about right.
That's where they were. One was going up and down while they were talking and kind of pushing or whatever he was doing. Austin and Hunter was in front. So where they're talking about grabbing bags, Hunter actually said that I grabbed his bag.
Right.
And then later on, he said that Austin threw the bag.
Okay.
Jeff also said the same thing. And so that's them both antagonizing. And we know under Texas law, I just have the fear that you're about to do something to me and you can get up out of here. Yeah, so you don't have to touch me. But at that point, he still stood there and stopped there. And whatever they say alleged was said, you don't know that until they get into it here. But once they did that, they start hitting them. Carmelo actually was able to back out and try to get away. So he was actually trying to get away the first time. Austin grabbed him, and you can see his hoodie coming out like this, and they brought him back in.
Okay.
And when they brought him back in, that's when you can see Austin put him in a headlock. You can see that all the rest of them are still hitting. That must be when the poke happened, because he was able to get out again. He backed out. He looked to the right. That's where the other little kid was filming, because they got some cell phone footage too. But that's where he was filming. He looked directly at him in his camera, and then he went this way to the left. He went down. He fell. And that's when they realized he was gone, because they were still punching. And when he fell, that's when they all turned around. They started chasing him. Austin tried to go chase him too, but he grabbed his chest. I guess he realized that something happened to him. And that's when he went down a little bit and he fell down. But all three of them were chasing. But Karmelo was so fast, he got away and went around to the coach.
Wow.
And so you can see them on the video pointing toward Karmelo and the coach. And I can imagine, because Karmelo was out of the camera on that moment, that he was telling the coach what happened. And then that's when Hunter said he whipped his head around. That's a true statement. He just wasn't sitting when he did. He whipped his head around. You see him on the video. And that's when he walked over to where Austin was, but he never touched him. So all that stuff about him rendering aid and holding his heart, and not, he never did that, because the coach grabbed him and he was holding him. So at the end of the day, that's kind of where the moment went. But they did assault him, and we'll just play the game. Even if it was just a push, you still assaulted him, because it was unwanted. By your own definition and your word of him saying that, leave me alone, and I'm not going, you assaulted him, period. But they did beat him. And if you look at the, not the photo that Fox 4 put out, because that was one that they actually edited. I have the emails to prove it. But the actual Collin County one, you can see the webs and stuff on his eye. You can see the bridge of his nose is swollen. You can see the webs under his neck. And so that's the reason why they edited the one from Fox and kind of airbrushed it. And you can see they put the locks of his hair that got taken out as well.
You seen the...
Damn. So they try to stomp him out. Okay, they try to stomp him out. Okay, let's continue. We're down this rabbit hole. Karmelo Anthony is the 2026 OJ. Come on, let's go.
Karmelo Anthony should be swinging from a tree outside this courthouse. Karmelo Anthony should be hanging from a tree. He wants to reestablish race relations in this country so that we can get along.
Tensions were high today for the Karmelo Anthony case, who is on trial for the alleged unaliving of Austin Metcalf.
We love our black youth. They deserve protection too. So, excuse me if I use colorful language like...
This man has Charlie Kirk, but Charlie Kirk was taken out by white. You know what? I'm gone. Come on, white.
Karmelo Anthony needs to be swinging from a tree. Our people are being hunted by your people.
It's the other way around, because for years and years and centuries, white people
Why
have
do you even
black
engage
people.
in a
You deny
discussion
that?
with people like this?
Have hung black people.
Talking to him is gonna do what?
Like you said, have enslaved black people, have mass incarcerated black people.
I think it's victim culture. I think it's victim culture, and there's too much. You crack-ass motherfucker, you barely made it to the... You got one foot in the grave and one on a banana peel. I'm gonna push you if I get close enough.
Many supporters from each side showed up and gave their side of the story, including Next
I
Gen.
don't want to put out how Karmelo feels. He feels like any 8 to 19-year-old child is starting for their life.
That's one of our sons, you know. That's
I'm just coming here to support one of my family friends. You know, I think it's messed up what they did. I'm not saying anything racially, but I'm protesting that somebody that did a crime should be in prison for that crime.
Because if the shoe was on the other foot, they wouldn't give a damn. Let's say the community.
I just want to make sure that I capture, like, in my mind, like, everything, how it happens.
I'm Native American. I believe in Christian values. I'm here to stand for these people over on this side. They're animals. They're heathens. They're fucking, they shouldn't even be allowed in this country anymore. They are agreeing that an innocent person should be murdered and the guy should get away. I don't agree with that.
Yeah, it was pretty wild, but I put some details below about the case. Let me know your thoughts on this.
Jeez. Oh, this is definitely gonna be an OJ moment. Okay, let's continue. Wait, let's continue. Let's keep it going. We're here now, y'all.
School told the jury he performed CPR on Austin Metcalf and he heard the 17-year-old take his last breath. No cameras are allowed in the courtroom, but a court sketch artist captured an abstract snapshot that shows Coach Joshua Redman at the stand with a photo of the jacket he told the jury he used to put pressure on Metcalf's wound. Lead prosecutor Bill Werski physically held the jacket, now stained with Metcalf's blood, for the jury to see up close.
It's a long trial. There's going to be a lot of twists and turns, but today, if you were to ask me, I would say the prosecution scored some pretty big points.
One of the most powerful moments of Thursday's testimony was the 911 call made by a fellow coach from the track meet that day. The chaos and screams were heard in the background as the 911 dispatcher is instructing the coach on what to do until EMTs arrived. You also hear Redmond in the background performing life-saving measures, pleading, "Stay with me, Austin. Stay with me, Austin." And again, "Come on, Austin. Come on, Austin." Redmond is a former Army veteran. He testified that when Austin began gasping for air, his training kicked in, and he knew the outcome was grim.
I thought it was incredibly powerful, probably one of the most powerful moments I can recall in trials that I've had, of hearing something like that and listening to the reaction of the people around the young man that is losing his life right in front of their eyes.
Witnesses told police Metcalf and Anthony got into an argument when Anthony sat underneath the Memorial High School tent, Metcalf's school. Anthony was a student at Centennial High School. Robert Starr, a coach for Memorial, testified that school tents are similar to a team bench in other sports. And, quote, "You just don't go into someone else's tent uninvited." Starr choked up several times on the stand when he described seeing Metcalf's face turn purple. He also told the court he prayed with Metcalf's twin brother.
They're very important to, painting that picture and making that story for the jury so they connect with it.
Jurors also heard from a video forensic analyst and saw multiple angles of surveillance video from the stadium. Anthony, now 19 years old, appeared to watch several angles of surveillance video that, although grainy when zoomed in, it shows the attack and Anthony running away. Thursday morning, both sides laid out their case to the jury. The prosecution said Metcalf was stabbed in a sneak surprise attack, calling the act a senseless murder. Defense attorney Mike Howard painted a different picture, saying Anthony, 17 at the time, acted out of fear for his safety and said the stabbing was in self-defense. One thing Howard did not bring up was the knife Anthony brought with him, and that stood out to Shapiro.
Why did he have the knife? And I'm sure a lot of people are wanting to know the same thing, but it was interesting to me that he didn't mention anything about that during his opening statement.
A coach from Liberty High School told the jury he...
Okay. Now the jury, we're going to go back down this rabbit hole. We're not done yet. Everybody relax. We got time. This is the jury. Okay. All white. I think once they start viewing the videos and stuff, the footage is gonna have to take into account for that. Okay. So let's see. Dallas-Fort Worth area is pretty heavily mixed, so the odds of you having an all-white jury, that's, once again, I think he's overcharged.
Here within the last hour, a jury has been chosen to decide the closely watched murder trial of Karmelo Anthony.
More than 500 people were on the list of potential jurors, but the jury will not include anyone who is black, despite this case being racially charged. Fox 4's Alex Boyer joining us now. Alex.
Hey guys, good evening. That's right. And I can tell you that a court spokesperson confirmed that there are indeed no black jurors on this panel. And I can tell you that before this jury panel was seated, the defense objected to 3 black women being struck by the prosecution. Now, the prosecution contended that it was due to the fact that the women were educators, noting that this incident happened at a school function with young students. The defense then pointed out that those were three of those were 100% of the available black jurors in what's called the strike zone, adding that the state struck all 3.
Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Hay.
The judge went out and reviewed their questionnaires and came back and said that the defense's challenge to the 3 jurors being dismissed was denied. The judge said the court found that the state had non-racial means to strike the jurors. Now, background. Karmelo Anthony, 17 at the time, is accused of fatally stabbing 17-year-old Austin Metcalf last year at a Frisco ISD track meet. Anthony was reportedly sitting under a tent for a school that he did not attend. Witnesses say the two got into an argument and Anthony stabbed Metcalf in the chest. Metcalf died in his twin brother's arms. Police said that Anthony told them he acted in self-defense. Now, this case has become racially charged, fueled in large part by online speculation, rumors, and misinformation. On Wednesday, attorneys for both sides got an hour and 45 minutes to question the reduced poll of these potential jurors. They were questioned on their views on a variety of topics, including race, how they felt about serving on this case, and if they would hold it against the defendant if he chose not to testify. The judge went out to testify on his own behalf. The defense also tried to gauge if the potential jurors would be uncomfortable giving Anthony a lower sentence if there is a guilty verdict.
No, sir. There is cell phone footage. One of the kids did record part of it.
I talked to a jury consultant about the process so far.
It's an excellent team on both sides. I believe Bill Worski has, he's a veteran prosecutor. He's tried some very high-profile cases. And then Toby Shook has been both a prosecutor and a criminal defense attorney. And then Mike Howard is an excellent criminal defense attorney as well. And they, along with the DA, it's going to be a very well-tried case.
Trial, which the judge hopes to have wrapped up by the end of next week. And I can tell you that 19-year-old Karmelo Anthony was in court today for the proceedings. He was wearing a suit with a tie and a purple shirt, which is also the color many of his supporters have been wearing. He did take some notes during the proceedings. I can also tell you that there does appear to be some minorities on this jury panel. Again, however, none of them are African American. Opening statements begin tomorrow at 9 a.m.
All right, so you got some tethers. Tethers and whites and tethers. That's not a good combination. Now, let's continue to go down this rabbit hole. Let's go here.
No black jurors were selected for the murder trial of Karmelo Anthony, who faces up to life in prison for the fatal stabbing of Austin Metcalf last year in Frisco. Here's an inside look at what happened in the courtroom. We started Monday with a pool of more than 600 prospective jurors, much larger than the typical pool due to the attention this case has received on social media. By Wednesday morning, that number had decreased to about 250 and was parsed down throughout the day until both sides landed on 12 core jurors and 6 alternates. During this process, each side has a set number of strikes, which allow lawyers to remove potential jurors without having to prove they're unfit to serve. Strikes based on factors like profession are allowed, but under the U.S. Supreme Court's 1986 decision on Batson versus Kentucky, lawyers can't remove prospective jurors because of race. If one side believes that has happened, it can object and ask the judge to decide whether the strike was discriminatory. That's what happened about 5 p.m. Wednesday, when prosecutors asked to strike the last 3 black jurors because they were all educators. Karmelo's defense attorney, Mike Howard, accused them of doing so without proper cause, but the judge ultimately decided with the state, saying that they offered race-neutral reasons. We will fill you in on the first day of testimony, which is expected to wrap up around 6 p.m. tonight. Stay with us at Dallas News.
Okay, so now let's go to Twitter. Let's go over what took place in Twitter. You ready? Let's go. All right. Let's go here. Under cross-exam, Boy was asked to show how the shove happened between Austin and Karmelo. Boy and defense attorney stand up to role play the shove in front of the jury. Boy stated Karmelo is sitting on a bleacher with his hands in his backpack. Other kids are calling his bluff and saying he didn't have anything in his backpack. When Austin moves in to push Karmelo, Karmelo pulls the knife from his backpack and plunges it into Austin's chest. It was all part of the same motion. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so she's got it all. Oh, yeah, we're going to go to her. She got it all lined up. Marianne Martinez. Okay. So we're going to go to her. We're going to go through her entire thread. We're going to go through her entire thread. Okay, the jurors, 12 jurors plus 6 alternates. We don't know who the jurors are and who are their alternates. White woman in her 40s, white man in his 40s, white man 20s or 30s, white woman 20s or 30s, white woman 30s, white man 50s or 60s, Asian woman 50s, white woman 60s or 70s, good lord, white or Hispanic man 40s, white man 40s, White or Hispanic woman 20 or 30s. Asian woman 30s or 40s. Hispanic or Indian man 30s or 40s. Everybody that's on this is people that don't clearly like us. Middle Eastern woman wearing head covering 60s. So she's a Muslim. Indian woman 30s or 40s. White man 50s. White man 50s. White woman 40s or 50s. Good grief. Okay, let me go through her. She got stupid, crazy, long ass thread, y'all. Oh, this is day 2. Wow. Okay. Karmelo Anthony murder trial day 2 is underway with jury selection. Karmelo Anthony is in court wearing a navy suit and tie. I'm struck by how young he looks. He's 18 but presents younger than that. Okay. We haven't seen the jurors. Media was in different room as jury pool. We don't know age, race, gender. Okay. 18 jurors, 12 plus 6. Okay. Opening arguments from prosecutors. This case has nothing to do with race. Prosecutors revealed that a folding knife was used to kill Austin Metcalf. We will be seeing a video of the stabbing. Daily Mail has already seen the video. It's not great. Yeah, great for the defense. I'm not great for the prosecution. So what the brother man said, what the brother man says is on the tape. Yeah, this is a self-defense. Opening arguments are about to get underway. Karmelo, 19, wearing a gray suit with purple shirt. His hair looks a lot shorter and cut closer to his head compared to the last time he was seen in public in the picture below. Okay. The video is about to be shown in court. It is the video I have seen already that I describe in detail in the article. The footage doesn't show much as the camera is a fixed camera on the opposite side of the football field from where the stabbing occurred. Also, the stabbing happens under a tent, so the view of the stabbing is obscured by the tent the kids were under. Okay, only 9 news organizations have been credentialed by the court to be inside the courtroom. They include Dallas TV stations, Dallas Morning News, Court TV, AP, Daily Mail. No other news organization's blogger is in court today. Only credentialed members of the media are allowed electronics in the courtroom. We are the only ones live reporting what's happening. Less than 30 members of the public. Okay. The interest in the Karmelo Anthony murder is so intense that people are trying to buy their way into court. I was just approaching the ladies' room while on a bathroom break by a young woman who offered me cash in exchange for my pass, granting me access into court. She also asked other women who had been in line since 6 a.m. to buy their passes. Everyone turned her down. We just saw what happened. What appears to be a person push another person under the tent. Their faces are not visible in the footage. Karmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf were under the tent for about 4 minutes together. Karmelo was scheduled to participate in track and field events the day of the stabbing and took the school bus there. According to his defense attorney, this is important because there had previously been widespread misinformation that Anthony had skipped school to be at the track meet and wasn't even supposed to be there. Same surveillance camera also captured Austin Metcalf and his twin brother Hunter walking into the stadium prior to the stabbing. Their mother, sitting 2 rows in front of me, looked up at the screen showing the video suspended in front of her. Okay, the family has already seen this video privately before it was shown today in court. Okay. Jurors are about to see the only known recording video of the Karmelo Anthony stabbing. Daily Mail has already seen the video, which was recorded by a fixed camera. Okay, let's go to this thread. Let's see what they're talking about. Giant TV screen's been wheeled in front of the jury, and the witness, who is forensic analysis, going frame by frame, describing to the court what he sees. Same surveillance camera also captured Austin Metcalf and his twin brother Hunter walking into the stadium prior to the stabbing. Their mother. Okay. That thread. That's that. Okay. Let's continue. This is the jury. Okay. Several members of the public are crying as court sees text Star sent Austin one day after he died. Love you, man. Sorry I didn't say that enough. Text. Oh, here we go to sympathy play. Star raced back to Anthony Austin's side where several coaches were praying over him. Twin brother Hunter was nearby and was hysterical. Okay, right. So he lied and said he was trying to put pressure. Okay. I jumped the gate and I went into Hunter and he was hysterical. I just knelt down and I just prayed with him. Star says this is the black coach now. Star says it was raining really hard while they were praying. Star is sobbing during his testimony. I just knew Austin was gone. Okay, new state witness, Coach Rob Star, Trek head coach. He is testifying about the track coach and how the tent was a big deal. Each school has a tent with their name, logo, and kids who don't belong to that school do not go to the tents. Yeah, that's same thing out here. Okay. Star added that the student athletes keep their belonging valuables under the tent. Sometimes a coach is even assigned to stay the tent to keep an eye on belongings and kids. It's a big deal to keep people out from underneath your tent. Running track. Okay. Starr recounting that he was across the field at the concession stand when he saw the commotion under his team tent and knew something had happened. He ran back across the field. What do I see? Is Austin on the ground, and his face is purple, and he has a big hole in his chest. Starr explaining and crying. Okay, Starr says Hunter pointed at Karmelo Anthony and asked Starr to do something. Starr approached Anthony, who was walking very calmly with his coaches, until Starr asked what happened. Starr raced back to Austin, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we got that. Several. Okay. That's the fuck the sympathy play. Fuck all that. Okay, Austin Metcalf's dad, Jeff, is wiping away tears in his testimony. Okay, new state witness Vincent Cooper, coach at Frisco, is now testifying, and now how he was assigned to manage Karmelo after the stabbing and stop him from leaving the football stadium. Later, Cooper was asked to calm down a teammate of Austin who was angry at Austin about Austin stabbing. Austin's teammate, who was black, wanted to attack Anthony. He stabbed my brother, the black Memorial teammate said of Austin Metcalf. The teammate explained that he was on the football team with Austin and he considered him family. Yeah, I know. Yeah, okay, young man. Austin's father is wiping away tears with a handkerchief. 911 operator is giving instructions on how to help Austin while asking about stabber. Caller said they have stabber. Come on, Austin. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, EMS now arrived. No emotion from Karmelo in court during 911 call. He mostly just looked straight ahead and down. Austin's mother is in court, leaning forward in her seat with her head down. Multiple people in the gallery are crying. Some are friends of family in Metcalf. Blah, blah, blah. We're about to hear the 911 call that was made from Frisco Football Stadium the day Karmelo stabbed Austin. Coaches testifying that Austin lost pulse before the ambulance even arrived. Austin was gasping, but coach knew it was his final breath. Coach Joshua Redmond had previous military training. Okay. 911 call. Caller is saying an athlete was stabbed. You can hear chaos in the back. People yelling. Caller saying Austin is not breathing. Someone can be heard yelling, "Stay with me, Austin, stay with me." Austin's mother's in court, leaning forward. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Austin's father. Okay. Cry. Yeah. Okay. Oh shit, man, fucking with people. I bet you won't do it again. Let's continue. Prosecutors just showed the jury a photo of Austin Metcalf's lifeless body at the football stadium after he passed. The picture was not shown to the people in the audience at the courtroom, just the jury. There's also a second photo of the blood-soaked jacket that was wrapped around Austin after CPR failed. Okay. Second day of testimony. We are hearing from Frisco firefighter Neil Adams. He responded to the stabbing of Austin April 2nd. When firefighters arrived to the stadium, the situation was already grim for Austin. He was gray. There was no respiration. He did not have a pulse. Adding that Austin was flatlining when they tried to monitor his heart. We continue monitoring and doing everything we could. And he said Adams tearing up when asked if this case has impacted him. Adams has been excused and now another witness is called. I got the alleged. Okay, now watching body-worn video from Officer Cortez where he took Anthony custody. I got the alleged suspect in handcuffed, detained. Anthony in video. He put his hands on me. I told him not to. Now hearing from Frisco police officer Eduardo Cortez, who took Karmelo into custody. Alleged suspect. Okay, not questioning Anthony as that was not his role. It was only to detain him. However, when Anthony heard Cortez on the radio that he had the alleged suspect, Anthony volunteered, "I'm not alleged. I did it. He put his hands on me. I told him not to." Okay. Crime scene analyst Frisco is on the stand. Karmelo trying the contents of what he was wearing and what was in his backpack the day of the stabbing was shown. Anthony was wearing a $150 hooded sweatshirt that read "Essentials Fear of God." $150 for a hoodie? No, sir. Okay. We're back in court after the afternoon session in Karmelo. The judge has just asked the media not to identify upcoming witnesses who are minors. We are told who the minors are or what they will be testifying to. 17-year-old Memorial High School male athlete not testifying. We have been told not to give his name. He had been hanging out with Austin on the day of the stabbing. He also runs track for Memorial. He was under the tent with Austin. Tina is saying several people confronted Karmelo Anthony and told him to leave the tent. Austin, another boy, and he was among the Memorial High School students who told Anthony to leave. I remember it kept getting more aggressive, the teen said. I remember Karmelo refusing to leave. Then Austin asked him to leave. Anthony said, "Touch me and find out," the boy recalled. Boy says Karmelo was asked to leave about 15 times by Austin and several others. He says no one ganged up on him and he didn't think a fight was going to break out. He thought war might be minor pushing at most. Teen says this went on for 2 minutes and adds that both Austin and Karmelo were angry at this point. Boy says Karmelo was provoking Austin. Ooh, is that right? Okay, Austin pushed Karmelo. There's the assault. And then Karmelo stabbed him. He added that the knife came from a backpack in Karmelo's lap. During the back and forth between Karmelo and Austin, Karmelo had his hands in his backpack. The boy said after the stabbing, Karmelo threw the knife up the bleachers and then ran away. Boy said he didn't expect the stabbing at all. Austin fell onto the bleacher onto his back, and then he got up and went against the fence and guardrail, and his chest was all bloody. I think he said, "Oh my God," the boy said. The boy, oh shit, my camera getting hot. I think it's time for me to buy a new camera because this one keeps overheating for whatever reason. Okay. Austin fell. I think he said, "Oh my God." The boy called the ambulance at this point. Prosecutor asked the boy how hard Austin pushed Karmelo. Boy said it was somewhere in between a light shove and a hard shove. Which one was it, bro? Hunter was at the bottom of the tent and was not involved in this. Boy denies anyone ganged up on Karmelo. My friend's bleeding everywhere. The boy can be heard saying the 911 call he placed. You can hear lots of people shouting in the background in general chaos. Under cross-exam, the boy reveals that Karmelo wasn't even under the tent. He was sitting on the bleacher just above or north of the tent. What was the problem with that? Defense attorney asked the boy, since Anthony wasn't under the tent. Relative area, the boy responds. He says they were told to keep kids from other schools away from the general area of their tent. Boy testifies that the exchange went on for about 2 minutes. Anthony arriving at the tent and being asked to leave. When others asked Karmelo to leave and he refused and Anthony became angry, then both Austin and Karmelo became heated as the exchange went on. Okay. Let's keep it going. Okay. Under cross examination, the second team describes the shove Austin gave Karmelo as a lineman drill. When Austin grabs Karmelo, it's almost simultaneous that Karmelo goes to stand up. Second teenager, who is black, says that Austin even called out Karmelo when Karmelo put his hands in his backpack. According to the second teen, Austin said something like, "This is Frisco, you don't have anything in there." And all the other teenagers agreed. The second team was sitting right next to Karmelo. Austin's shoving of Karmelo wasn't even hard enough that Karmelo touched him when it happened. Second team says stabbing happened so quickly that he didn't even realize it had happened, and he was sitting right next to Karmelo. I just remember being in shock and not really knowing where to go. Prosecutor, did it seem like Austin was trying to pick a fight? Second team said, "No, sir." Prosecutor, did it seem like Karmelo wanted to pick a fight? Second team said, "Yes, sir." Oh, we got the bullshit in play, y'all. They done got to the kids. Second teenage boy who's in the tent stabbing recounts. Okay. The back and forth between the two boys started, and then things got more serious. Karmelo wasn't even looking at Austin. He already knew what he was going to do. The second teen is saying, "How would you know? See, they got to the kids, y'all. I'm sorry, but kids lie too. So tomorrow we'll be back. Kids lie too." That's messed up, man. Oh, Knicks up 2-0. Okay, then don't give it time. And Knicks will find a way to blow it. Give it time, y'all relax. Give it time. The Knicks will find a way to blow it. Okay. Damn, they already lined. They about to line Karmelo up, man. So they about to line that young man up. I still think he was overcharged though. First degree, nah. Okay, let's go here. So this is day 4. So we 4 days behind. The state called Tiffany Whitaker, athletic trainer at Memorial. She said that her job was to prevent athletic injury. She stated that she was at every event. She received extensive medical training and is CPR certified. She said that she knew both boys. She stated that there was a rule about the tent. It was like a locker room. It's a team safe space. stated that the weather was cloudy and windy. She stated that around 10 a.m. she was set up with medical equipment at the Andrews building. She stated that she saw Austin around 9:30 and he gave her a hug. She said that she saw a commotion and heard screaming. She ran onto the track to see what was going on. She said that a student she knew said he stabbed him and threw the knife. The student then pointed at Karmelo. She said that she then stopped right in front of Karmelo and put her arms out to stop him. She then got Coach Hooper's attention with Heritage High School. She said Hooper then turned towards Karmelo and said, "You stabbed someone, son?" She then moved on to find the person who was stabbed. She did not know who it was yet. She arrived to the tent, saw multiple people were already helping Austin. She grabbed his wrist to check for a pulse. She gave rescue breaths while the coach was with Liberty High School was giving compressions. Another prosecution witness, Jalen Matthews, testified for the state. Matthews is a former Memorial High School track athlete and is now 19 years old. Question: when did you first see Karmelo enter the Memorial High School tent? Jalen: he comes in from the top of the bleachers and sits right next to me. What was your reaction when he sat down? I was a little suspicious. Random kid. Why did that make you suspicious? Just because he came out of nowhere with no friends. How did others in the tent react? It raised heads. Were people asking who he was? A lot of people were asking, who is this person? Were they directly asking Karmelo who he was? They were directly asking who he was. What did Austin Metcalf do? He stood up and turned to him, saying he has to get out of the tent. Did Austin raise his voice? Never raises his voice. How did Karmelo Anthony respond? He was serious about not moving at all. How concerned were people with Karmelo being in the tent? He just kind of had to stare into the field. That's when it got more serious. Did anyone think something violent was about to happen? Nobody's thinking anything like this is going to happen. Why did you believe Austin confronted Karmelo? Austin likes to step up for people. What did you witness when the incident happened? It was so quick, I really didn't know what had happened. What did you see after that? I saw him lift up the shirt and the inside of the stabbing. Did it look like Austin was trying to pick a fight? No, sir. Did it look like Karmelo was trying to pick a fight? Yes, sir. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Did this look like self-defense to you? No, sir. Was Karmelo Anthony the aggressor? Yes, sir. Ooh, buddy. So they got his name out here. But he's an adult. He's an adult. He's not a kid. So Jalen Matthews, 19. So they own his ass now. They're gonna be on his ass. Outlets that named him, just a quick sample. Dallas Morning News straight up names him multiple times in live updates, noting he's 18, 19. He's not an adult. He doesn't get the protections of a juvenile. Sorry. New York Post, Jalen Matthews' second teammate who is 18 and has since graduated. Yeah, all those protections go bye-bye. CBS News Texas covers the trial extensively. His name is all over the reporting and social shares from their team. They own his ass. The court even withholds names for actual minors like the 16-year-old, but not Matthews. Matthews is not a teen. He's not under those protections. Duh. Okay. Jalen Matthews. So now we know who you are. The judge asked people not to name the witnesses. You are responsible for what happens to this child because you named him. I thought it was just minors. Oh, okay. Everybody's dismissed. Frisco firefighter. The cop. Okay. See, so Karmelo entered the tent intent to get a reaction, ready with a knife. See how you just quickly frame the narrative and people just run with it? That's crazy, right? 100% what happened. Kid was looking for the slightest provocation to use his knife. That's exactly how I'm reading it. Didn't do nothing. Yeah, of course. Okay. I thought Austin approached Karmelo. How did Karmelo instigate or provoke the situation? Fair question. Okay. Austin leans in to push him and Karmelo stabs him. Karmelo had his hands inside a backpack and we thought it was a bluff. He says he and others didn't believe Karmelo would do anything because they live in a safe community. Austin fell down the bleachers onto his back and he got up. He lifted up his shirt where his chest was all bloody and he said, "I got stabbed." Did he say anything? I think he said, "Oh my God." Yeah, well, I bet you won't do it no more. I'm just saying, man. So here we go. Karmelo was not ganged up or jumped on. Austin and Anthony didn't know each other. Okay. Anthony was not suspended from school at the time and was expected to participate. So what the black man said, no one is corroborating. The track head coach Vincent Hooper was the next witness. He was asked about tents. He said, "You want your kids to stay in their camp?" He said he had to go. He had left the tent to go to get batons from the car and then made his way back. As he was walking back, he said everyone was running and panicking. He then saw Coach Tiffany, who said, "Hey, this kid stabbed someone. Don't let him leave." He stated that he put his hands out around Karmelo. Karmelo said, "He put his hands on me." The coach told Karmelo, "You know, if he dies, you just change your whole life around." Karmelo responded and said, "He's not going to die." He then passed Karmelo over to Centennial coach. He said an African-American kid was chasing Karmelo, and the kid said, "He stabbed my brother. I'm going to get him." But he was able to grab him and hold him back. This particular individual is likely a witness. And wow. Okay. I was in the courtroom today, and this is inaccurate. The physical confrontation lasted only seconds, and the video showed 2 shoves from unidentified figures behind others under a tent. Karmelo Anthony ran out of the back of the tent immediately after and lasted only seconds, and students quickly exited the tent. So what he had? Something similar? Yo, these little things are sharp. This is what, these little things are sharp. Okay. Let's see. Another moment that stood out involved Howard's repeated references to Karmelo Anthony by his nickname Mello, rather than referring to him as the defendant. This is important. At one point, Howard began joking about the teenagers in the home. He then turned toward Karmelo and told him to cover his ears. Karmelo then stuck his fingers in his ears. It came across as very childlike. The courtroom laughed. On its face, it may seem harmless, but it was another moment that drew attention because it portrayed the defendant in a more youthful and childlike manner while jurors were still being evaluated. Rather than seeing the defendant simply as the person charged in the case, the interaction created a moment where people were laughing and viewing him through a different lens. This is very clearly and purposely done. This overlarge suit, the small chair, the attempt to make him appear as a child, whether intentional or not, it humanized him in a way that some observers believe was inappropriate during jury selection. Throughout the day, Howard repeatedly returned to concepts involving self-defense, lawful presence, knife possession, and a person's right to remain somewhere where they are legally allowed to. Also, while Howard's questioning focused heavily on knife legality, many local residents are aware that Frisco ISD facilities are not simply open public spaces with no restrictions. Frisco ISD properties contain policies and signage restricting weapons on district property. As a result, several people in the attendance questioned whether the defense was presenting an oversimplified version of the legal issues involved. By the end of the day, the jury pool had been substantially narrowed, and the process of selecting jurors was nearing completion. It then came to the courtroom's attention and to many Anthony supporters' dismay that all African-American jurors had been dismissed, including the man who said that he could not send a brother to jail. You don't say this shit out loud. You keep it to yourself. My God. Oh my God. Wonder why Austin Metcalf didn't go get a coach or an adult instead of asking Anthony to leave multiple times and pushing him. Truth is, both Anthony and Metcalf had other options that they failed to use. With that being said, I wonder how the defense is going to use their testimonies of the prosecution's own witnesses as leverage. Honestly, their own witnesses helped the defense, if you ask me. Karmelo's getting absolutely obliterated at this trial. 6 young witnesses who were right there when Karmelo stabbed Austin have now testified it doesn't look good for Karmelo. All of them testified that Karmelo was repeatedly asked to leave from the team area. All of them testified that Karmelo pulled out the knife either right before Austin went to shove him or at the same exact moment. Karmelo's attorney even questioned one of the witnesses if Austin got a hold of Karmelo. His answer, he didn't get the chance to grab hold of him. He was already stabbed. So he never got, so they're all saying he never got jumped. This is crazy. Hold on, turn my fan on. I don't know, y'all. Who do you believe? Who do you believe? I know it's still early. Literally, it's 4 days into this trial. I didn't know this thing was already going on this week. Okay. Sir, no one's seen the video, okay? Only, oh my God. I'm just not. Yeah, good luck finding the footage, okay? The footage is nowhere online. It's court evidence, y'all. What the fuck? Come on. It's freaking evidence. So for the past year, Karmelo supporters have claimed that Frisco ISD security footage shows Karmelo being attacked by 4 boys and proves he was acting in self-defense. That video has now been played in open court, and many of those supporters are about to get a harsh reality check. The footage barely shows anything. It does not show Karmelo being attacked. It does not clearly depict the events that so many people have confidently claimed it does. For an entire year, supporters repeated a narrative based largely on descriptions provided by the family's advocate, Tiffany Billions. Now the jury and the public have seen the actual footage for themselves. According to Marianne from the Daily Mail, the video was heavily zoomed in, making it extremely grainy. The faces of the individual involved are not visible. At most, the footage appears to show one person pushing another under the tent. The video also shows that Karmelo and Austin were under the tent together for approximately 4 minutes before the stabbing occurred. In short, the security footage does not provide the clear visual proof of self-defense that Karmelo supporters have been claiming existed for the past year. Oh boy.
High pop-up tent with his team near the victim, Austin Metcalf. The suspect, Karmelo Anthony, was from Centennial High and was sitting under the Memorial High tent. Austin told Karmelo that he needed to move out from under their team's tent. Karmelo grabbed his bag, opened it, reached inside, and proceeded to tell Austin, quote, "Touch me and see what happens." No one really thought Karmelo...
Okay, hold up. Then give me the link. Send me the link. Post a link to the video. Post a link to the video in the chat. Until then, I don't believe you. You need more people. Once again, okay? Post a link to the video if it's out here for all of us to see.
really had any weapons in his bag, and Austin proceeded to touch Karmelo. Then Karmelo told Austin to punch him and see what happens. A short time later, Austin grabbed Karmelo to tell him to move, and Karmelo pulled out what this witness recalled as a black knife and stabbed Austin once in the chest and then ran away. Let's talk about what that statement means. All sitting on the bleachers under a Memorial High tent when another male he did not know walked over and sat under the tent. That would be Karmelo Anthony. Austin told this male that since he didn't go to Memorial, he had to leave the tent. Austin and the male went back and forth. Then Austin stood up and pushed the male to get him out of the tent. During the time of the arguing, the male was reaching around in the bag that he had. It was at this time that the male took out the knife and stabbed Austin and then left the scene. They're substantially the same, Mark, in terms of what they are saying. There are a few differences, but what's your take on whether or not, from those witness statements at the time that this happened, where do you think the jury would land on a case like this?
You know, it's going to be a tough call, and I know that's an easy thing to say. You can't lose if you say you're in the middle. It's going to be a tough call for these reasons. When you actually do an analysis of self-defense, there are different components. You know, the argument that Carmelo Anthony was there and he shouldn't have been there. Well, that's okay, but it's not your bleachers. You don't get to throw people out because of a tent. That's an argument that you're going to see the defense make. Why did the eventual victim in this case decide that it was his role to kick him out? And then there's a tussling back and forth. And then, unfortunately, Mr. Metcalf did seemingly start the fight, so to speak, right? He was what we might call the aggressor, and pushing him out or grabbing him and touching him. So under Florida law and also Texas law, and when you're the aggressor, when you first start the fight, so to speak, you may lose the protection. If it was Carmelo who started, Carmelo Anthony. Now we get to say shifted because if Metcalf was the one who started the fight, now can Anthony respond to defend himself? We know he can. And then, as was mentioned a moment ago, are you supposed to bring a knife to a fist fight? No. You're supposed to bring a gun to a fist fight? Absolutely not. But if you're there and starting to get attacked, which is what the defense is going to say, can you defend yourself? And what they're going to say is, Anthony doesn't need to wait until the first nasty strike, the first injury. He can presuppose what might happen, and
he can speculate like he felt like it was going to be a problem. Yeah,
allowed to defend himself.
Yeah. Once again, wait on that video. Wait on that Austin Carmelo video that's not online. It's part of the testimony for the trial. Well, why would they? It's evidence. Why would they leak? Why would you know what? Let me stop. Okay. All right. We got 1 weekend. 1 weekend. So 4 days of testimony. But once again, do y'all believe what this man said? Because once again, this man said he got jumped and he was surrounded. So
you have the light bright boy here and you have the darker boy here. Okay. I think that's what I remember. So I have to go back and think about it. But that's where they were. One was going up and down while they were talking and kind of pushing or whatever he was doing. Austin and Hunter was in front. So where they're talking about grabbing bags, Hunter actually said that I grabbed his bag.
Right.
And then later on, he said that Austin threw the bag. Okay. Jeff also said the same thing. And so that's them both antagonizing. And we know under Texas law, I just have the fear that you're about to do something to me and you can get up out of here. Yeah, so you don't have to touch me. But at that point, he still stood there and stopped there. And whatever they say alleged was said, you don't know that until they get into it here. But once they did that, they started hitting him. Carmelo actually was able to back out and try to get away. So he was actually trying to get away the first time. Austin grabbed him, and you can see his hoodie coming out like this, and they brought him back in. Okay. And when they brought him back in, that's when you can see Austin put him in the headlock. You can see that all the rest of them are still hitting. That must be when the poke happened, because he was able to get out again. He backed out. He looked to the right. That's where the other little kid was filming, because they got some cell phone footage too. But that's where he was filming. He looked directly at him in his camera, and then he went this way to the left. He went down. He fell, and that's when they realized he was gone. So they were still punching. And when he fell, that's when they all turned around. They started chasing him. Austin tried to go chase him too, but he grabbed his chest. I guess he realized that something happened to him, and that's when he went down a little bit and he fell down. So all three of them were chasing. But Carmelo was so fast, he got away and went around to the coach. And so you can see them on the video pointing toward Carmelo and the coach. And I can imagine, because Carmelo was out of the camera on that moment, that he was telling the coach what happened. And then that's when Hunter said he whipped his head around. That's a true statement. He just wasn't sitting with it. He whipped his head around. You see him on the video. And that's when he walked over to where Austin was, but he never touched him. So all that stuff about him rendering aid and holding his heart, he never did that, because the coach grabbed him and he was holding him. So at the end of the day, that's kind of where the moment went. But they did assault him, and we'll just play the game. Even if it was just a push, you still assaulted him, because it was unwanted. By your own definition and your word of him saying that leave me alone and I'm not going, you assaulted him, period. But they did beat him. And if you look at the, not the photo that Fox 4 put out, because that was one that they actually edited, I have the emails to prove it, but the actual Collin County one, you can see the webs and stuff on his eye, you can see the bridge of his nose is swollen, you can see the webs under his neck. And so that's the reason why they edited the one from...
Okay, now to be fair, all the prosecution's witness, and once again, they're for the prosecution. No one said he got jumped. They're not saying he got jumped. Now, if you end up with a bunch of defense witnesses saying he got jumped, and if the footage just shows that I don't know, man, either he got jumped or he didn't, and it leans toward he never got jumped. That's what's being inferred from everybody that's seen the video. They're saying he did not get jumped. So do you believe these people or not? I'm just asking questions.
From Fox, and kind of airbrush it, and you see they put the locks of his hair that got taken out as well.
Oh, okay. I need to get that.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people on this live. Then
Send me your email.
I will.
I'll send it on to you. You know, I've been doing this thing since last
year. Now.
Yeah.
I listen to. Probably a lot of people don't know. I listen to everything. And I heard something. You said them 4 people, a light bright and a dark.
Yes, sir.
What you mean by that? Light white or dark white?
One mix, one night.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was a black dude over there with them.
Yeah, 2.
It was a mix, and it was a brother.
Yeah, and I think
so it was
That's partially right because the other young brother went after Karmelo to chase him down, saying he stabbed my brother. Why y'all always? These people not your family, but okay.
I think one more supposed to be there, but he was suspended.
But it was like a school thing instead of like.
It was. I'm gonna just say this. Let me just be real. It was more than just a school thing. It was a I don't like you thing.
Right. Okay.
One of them ran track with him.
Okay. Who said he got jumped? Okay, now I'm about to kick you up out of here before I lead this out. So we had 4 teenage witnesses, 4 + 1, the Jalen Matthews. We have 5 witnesses that says he was not jumped. Once again, they are prosecution witnesses. So I expect witnesses for the prosecution to give testimony to lean towards the prosecution. I expect witnesses for the defense to lean towards testimony that leans towards the defense strategy. So I got 4 + 1, 4 teens and 1 adult saying he was not jumped. We've got people from the outside that have viewed the tape saying he was not jumped. So before I kick you out of here, do you have anything else you want to say? So before nobody touch him. So before I kick you out of here, do you have anything else you want to say? This is only day 5 of the trial. I just said we're going to have to see what the defense presents. I just said if the defense witnesses all say he got jumped and the prosecution witnesses say he didn't get jumped, then there's a problem. Either he got jumped or he didn't. So anything else before I kick you the fuck up out of here? Is there anything else you want to say before I kick you up out of here?
So he definitely liked him because they were beating each other, whatever. But another one actually knew of him.
Okay.
And he just happened to go to a memorial and be friends with the twins.
Okay. All right. Have a good night, sir, ma'am. No, don't nobody touch him. I touch him. Pause. Let me put this one on. Let me see. Let me put your ass up in there and get you fuck up out of here. We get you up out of here. Okay. I just read 5 or 6 people's testimonies. 1 cop, 1 EMS, the medical staff trainer, and then one of the coaches, and then 4 teenagers and 1 adult. The 4 teens and 1 adult said he did not get jumped. Let's go.
And all that. I don't like you. I don't like
you.
And that's the one that wasn't able to make it.
Right.
Yeah, because he made sure he told me I wasn't even there. We know you wasn't there. You suspended.
It's hard for me to take what he's saying serious because court TV, they're allowed in this court. They're allowed in this hearing. They saw the tape. We have 3 attorneys on court TV said, no, there was no jumping, assaulting. No, he wasn't jumped or ganged up on or attacked like that. No, it wasn't 4v1, 5v1. It was none of that. So let's continue. And then the 1 black coach was coming back from outside from his car getting batons until someone ran up on him and said, hey, he's been stabbed. And that's how he gets involved in the fray. So what the fuck, man, come on.
And so at the end of the day, but there was a plan. And if you remember, if you look at TikTok, and I think they put it on Facebook as well, there was a photo showing the back of the canopy and Karmelo was sitting in the grave and it said 2 minutes before. That was that young man who took that picture 2 minutes before the fight.
Right.
And you can see him on the video entering into the canopy. He was coming in from this side to sit down. So when they came and they started pressing upon the little guy in the yellow poncho, they kept looking back, but when they started hitting them, they couldn't take it no more, so they just put their head down and stood there. But that little dude got back up and started filming. Yeah, I got that too. Yeah. And so that's the moment that that we run into, and so that's why you had so much of a smear campaign on all kind of people saying this, they worry about folk backgrounds and all that. We worried about this boy right here that's in here, because he's still a boy. You know, he's a grown man. He was still a young man looking like a baby up in there. Yeah. We worried about him being charged for something that he shouldn't have. Which technically, Hunter, those 2 boys, and the other 3 or 4 boys that helped him out should be charged with. And that's what the moment is. They should be charged with murder. Texas law
he sounds pretty convincing. I don't know what to believe at this point. I need to see what the defense is going to present. I need to see what type of case the defense is going to present. Let's continue.
Texas law read, if you're in the commission of a felony and one of you happen to unalive, I'll use TikTok for the moment.
Yeah.
At that point in time, everybody who was acting in that felony now get charged with the higher crime of the unaliving. And that's why you hear Jeff Metcalf, Megan Metcalf, Sarah Fields, all these other people. That's why you hear them keep saying that, hey, Hunter didn't do nothing. It was all Austin. Austin grabbed the bag. Austin pushed him. Austin did this. When Hunter started it by his own admission on WFAA on April the 2nd, a few hours after they got from the
Okay, now what did the witnesses say? They said Karmelo already had his hands in his backpack, and they pretty much said in one failed motion, when Austin goes to grab Karmelo gets to stabbing in one continuous motion. So you got a grab, stab. So either Karmelo knew he was going to get grabbed, or he flinched and was going to get to poking him anyway. I hope the kid beats the case, but it sounds like Karmelo was going to poke the kid anyway with his hands in his backpack. If someone makes a move, if it's already in your mind to do something, swing on somebody, stab somebody, shoot somebody, if they make you flinch, then you're already on go. So what it sounds like, the kid just happened to go in to grab him. He was going to get stabbed up anyway. That's what it sounded like to me, based off what the prosecution's witnesses have been saying. Once again, we need to see what the defense witnesses present.
the hospital. He said his own mouth.
Exactly. It's
on that
too
interview.
way too early.
Me and my brother and a couple of our friends.
No cameras.
We came.
No
So
cameras.
he said he was involved.
And then he say, my brother like to protect me.
Protect me.
Yeah.
So if he started, his brother always come in to protect him and finish it. Is
Right.
what he said. So now you want to do this campaign, 18 hours on TikTok, all this stuff you want to do to try to uncenter Hunter from the problem, and then you give out scholarships to some of these kids that was involved so their mama can have money in their pocket, and they won't testify. That's what these people have been doing. So it's just a moment to where at some point people need to understand that it's a little bit deeper, and that's why in the opening statements he said what he said. You know, we're gonna show you the video to show you that it wasn't just a touch and a whisper and all that. We're gonna show you because we got the video. And so when you see the video, you're gonna know they assaulted him and he had no other choice, because guess what? We have no duty to retreat in Texas.
Right.
None. That boy retreated twice. He got beat up. The boy retreated. They pulled him back
So
in.
he actually got beat up.
Yeah, he got beat up. Yeah, he got his butt whooped. Yeah, that boy's a lover, not a fighter. His own supervisor said that on TikTok from Foot Locker. He said that boy scared of his own shot. And if you were in that courtroom, they said that the other day on Wednesday.
Right.
He was in there. He was shaking. That boy was nervous. So at the end of the day, he's a kid.
So the video should tell the tale then, right?
It always have told the tale. But what they did not expect, they didn't expect that the community and other folks like myself and others would actually say, no, that's not right. So, I know you got a video because I knew that on the 3rd.
If you got the video, put it out there to spoil the case. If this video, this version of what he says exists, put it online so you can taint the jury. Hello? That's how you sabotage a case. That's how you sabotage a case. Put out the footage of what he just said took place, and you'll blow this case up from the inside. Let's continue.
Of April. So let me go see that. Let me go see what happens.
So
I'm not going to take the word of the people in the community.
Yeah,
I'm not going to
leak
take the word of the people in the
fucking
administration.
leak it.
I want to see it for myself.
So are they using it for the court?
You leak it so it ends up in a mistrial or a not guilty verdict. You know, you spoil the jury. What? Come on, man. This is, law 101.
Oh, they try not to.
They don't have no choice. If they don't want to use that video, they can't have no witnesses.
Okay.
Yeah. You can't put Hunter up. You can't put Jeff Metcalf up. You can't put Megan up. You can't put the folks that actually are on the police report, the 2 that wrote a statement, or the 70-something people in there. Nobody can say they said anything, because as soon as they speak, the only thing the defense got to say, do you want to change your statement? You want to retract that? You want to add on to it? And they say no. Roll that beautiful bean footage. Is that you?
Right.
Did
right,
you do
right,
that?
Right.
Is this what you said? And so it has to be played.
They need to they need that video. Boy, they can give me that video, man. Say, you didn't have no metal glasses on so you can copy it.
Well, you had people try it.
Go out.
They got kicked out. So, yeah, a couple times. So we'll talk about that after.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, there's a couple people
Do you
try.
plan on being here every day?
I'll be here every day. Yeah, since they want to be messing with me, I should have been on the road making my money.
Who's messing with you? Just the.
Yeah, it's hard for me to believe this guy, man. Like, come on, bro. Like, once again, I understand. I need to see what the defense witnesses say. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Make of it what you will. Make of it what you will. Let's go here. Michael Eric Dyson is getting me too'd. Does anybody care? I don't feel bad for this dude. Once again, Black Boule, you guys, your time is up. Tokens get spent. They're gonna bring in a new class of younger, new blood. Old Boule on his way out, on its last legs. On its last legs. Let me find it. Hold up. Let me find it. Michael Eric Dyson, your time is up, sir. Where's he at? Here we go. So, Michael Eric Dyson. Georgetown University launched a formal investigation into celebrity professor Michael Eric Dyson in early 2020 before he landed a new gig at Vanderbilt. According to emails and reporting obtained by Georgetown's The Voice, the school's Institutional Diversity, Equity, and Affirmative Action Office opened the probe after a female student in Dyson's class and members of the Black Survivors Coalition raised serious red flags during a week-long sit-in outside the university president's office. The student, who remains anonymous, alleged that he was then 62, repeatedly hit her with private dinner invitations, personal texts, and unwanted physical contact, including massaging her in class. When she tried to keep things professional by offering office hours, sources say he wasn't having it, pushing instead for one-on-one time far outside any academic setting. The investigation wrapped up quietly in 2020 of September, though the results were not shared publicly, which is under IDEA protocol. While it's unclear if there's any connection, Vanderbilt subsequently named Dyson its Centennial Chair and University Distinguished Professor of African American and Diaspora Studies. Georgetown wasn't the only place that these allegations surfaced. Stony Brook professor Crystal Fleming publicly called Dyson out in a March 2021 tweet confirming that he was the unnamed star professor she previously described harassing her as a grad student. Back when he was at UPenn, Vanderbilt told The Voice it had no knowledge of any prior Title IX investigation and saw no reason to take further action. And it gets even worse. Take everything I present with a grain of salt. I've experienced him firsthand. After an event at a gathering spot event, he's who they say he is. Once again, these people could be lying. He's married to a black woman and a Democrat. After one show he did on CNN with a white Republican woman, she recorded him calling her beautiful and asking her out. This was during the presidential race recently. He's an old creep. I don't know why his wife is still married to him. Okay. Okay. Big Eric is a fraud and scumbag who tries to use his collegiate fame to score with younger women. Anything's possible. I remember the phone call the white woman recorded from him. They've been accusing this man of being a creep for years. Vanderbilt should have known better. These comments are crazy. This is the same woman that said he was weird back then. These comments are crazy and are the reason he feels so comfortable doing this. Someone literally wouldn't leave me alone while I waited for my Uber because he would not leave me alone. What I thought was about to be an academic intellectual conversation turned into an aggressive attempt for me to leave with him. Come on. You know what? Let's go ahead and do this. Let's be petty. Hey, just seen your comments about your past come on. Interactions with MED. What if you need a platform to discuss what happened to you back then, I would. Oh, no. Smiley face, smiley face. There we go. Boop. We got time. We got time. We got time. I mean, hey, y'all, she got septum piercing. Just everybody relax. Just okay. She's 33. Let's take a listen. Let's take a listen.
Women and black trans women.
Girl, I get it. Like, as a dark-skinned black woman who is assumed to be cis, I'm treated like a dark-skinned black woman in the world, which means I get it. Like, I understand that you got this exotic girl over here, you got this, you know, Latino woman over here, you got all of this stuff over here, men already barely respect you, and then it's the light skin over here and the mocha over here, and then you darken. There's so many politics, and there's so many people that black women have to acquiesce to.
Yeah.
And then you turn around
Okay, so it depends on the judge's instructions, because once again, I believe trying him for a first-degree murder case is an overcharge, because if nobody on the jury finds that he committed first-degree murder, you pretty much beat the case. Now, the judge will give instructions saying, hey, if you don't find him guilty for this, then these are the underlying pleas you can, or verdicts you can find them under. So they could put involuntary manslaughter on the table. Yeah, it all depends on the judge's instructions. But this is not a first-degree murder case, not at all, because there's no way you can prove he intended to kill this kid, especially if everybody agrees that he got grabbed up. Okay, so I don't know. Will this case be a powder keg for the DFW? And if it goes left, I don't think so. But yeah, get Michael Eric Dyson and get his ass up out of here. Matter of fact, let's go. Michael Eric Dyson. Let me see, harassment. Let's see what pops up. Okay, so we got the Georgetown 2020. Okay. They didn't release the findings publicly. But yeah, get this nigga up out of here, man. Oh, let's see what Lipstick Alley has to say. Let's see what they have to say. Because you know they come with it. They're gonna come with it. Sounds about right. His old ass is a known pussy. Oh no. It pans out men who are theatrical in the way he is are often devious. Oh no. I first heard about LSA years ago. This isn't the first time. Other professor who has an afro and glasses is another one. Oh, you talking about Cornell West. Oh no. She's talking about Cornell West, y'all. Oh no. Let's continue. Probably another white woman like Nancy Mace who tried to put a move on. I knew this man was no good when I found out he was an ordained minister in 1819. It's really something you can only scratch your head and shrug. Michael Eric Dyson screams blackety black, but was trying to get at Nancy Mace, a hard-faced conservative white woman we know doesn't agree with his alleged politics. I know that professor, but can't think of his name. Nancy Mace, okay. So they dropping Cornell West up in here too. Stories about him being a creep are nothing new, but why are they resurfacing? Why are they now resurfacing? Is it because he did that stupid hip hop commencement speech at Bowie that recently went viral? Okay, so Nancy Mace was the woman. Let's see how hard her face is. Let's go here.
When you disrespect Kamala Harris by saying you will call her whatever you want, I know you don't intend it to be that way. That's the history and legacy of white disregard for the humanity of black people.
Oh, so now you're calling me racist.
I didn't say. I just said you weren't a racist.
That is complete.
No, you don't have to intend racism to accomplish it.
You are intending that I am
Your disrespect of Kamala Harris is part and parcel of a tradition of disrespect.
Why can't you just,
Congresswoman?
Why can't you just?
I'm not calling you a racist. I'm saying what the practice is racist.
You absolutely are.
The practice you're
Let me get in
disrespecting.
here.
No, what's disgusting
That
is your
disgusting.
disrespect of her.
Professor.
This gentleman said, I didn't know her name. He's trying to do
is
it.
her disrespect of women. She doesn't know what a woman is. And if 25 years ago,
White women don't have the ability to tell black women who paid the price of blood to make this country what it is, to tell them they're not real women.
25 years
They care
ago,
for your babies.
25 years
and
ago,
respected
I
your
became the first woman to graduate from the Citadel, the Military College of South Carolina. I
So call
fought
her
my
name
way
right.
through it.
When you
Okay, well, I mean, I'm man, let's get to a point. You gotta kind of scared to text a motherfucker these days because you don't know what they're going. Here we go.
Like to also enter into the record a screenshot of a text message I received from the esteemed professor from Vanderbilt, Michael Eric Dyson, after my CNN interview, begged me for photos. In this text, he says, after calling me racist on CNN, shh, don't tell anybody, we look good together, and sent me a kissy emoji.
Without
then
objection.
the guy
Order.
says I'm gorgeous in all these photos. I don't think he's that bent out of shape on how anyone pronounces Kamala.
Wow. Come on, man. Come on, dog. White women forever being
Message I received from the esteemed professor from Vanderbilt, Michael Eric Dyson.
When you disrespect Kamala Harris by saying you will call her whatever you want, I know you don't intend it to be that way. That's the history and legacy of white disregard for the humanity of black people.
So now you're calling me racist.
I didn't say.
After my CNN interview, begged me for photos. In this text, he says, after calling me racist on CNN, shh, don't tell anybody, we look good together, and sent me a kissy emoji.
Without
then
objection.
the guy
Order.
says I'm gorgeous in all these photos. I don't think he's that bent out of shape on how anyone.
Terrible. Come on, black man. Come on. Good grief. Okay, let's switch it up a bit. Let's go to some. Wait, what were my topics again? Topics were. Where you at? Okay, Karmelo. We called that. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go to Hollywood. Let's go to Hollywood. First, starring Regina Hall. Regina Hall's got a new movie coming out again. Scary Movie 6. Now, I don't care about this interview. I care about the message in the pictures. Okay? Pay attention. There's always a message. There's always the next new agenda, right? The next new propaganda, the next new social engineering program. So now what she's being told to push is the human alien clone relationship, which is nothing new, but now it's being more and more out front. Now, Regina Hall is a fine woman. This sheer outfit is stunning, okay? This shit will get you whatever you want 9 times out of 10 out of me, okay? But pay attention to the message. This is from the Netherlands, Numero, right? I don't care about the interview. I'm only here for the pictures, all right? So, okay. Interesting little outfit, right? So here we go. we got the alien, yeah. What is this all about, right? We don't care about the interview. We care about now. She's in the lab concocting something. She's in the lab creating. This woman is fine. Regina Hall has been fine all her life. Okay. So we got the clones. Okay. Yes. All right. Yes, that's what we're going to be doing. Indeed. Let's continue. All right. So pay attention to what's being pushed and put into your faces and stuff like that. I'm not saying don't go spastic. Don't go, losing. Oh, they're at it again. Not just, hey, just pay attention. Say, oh, okay, I see what they're doing. All right, got you. Noted. Just take notes. Okay? Just take notes. That's it. All right. Who was the model that played the alien? Talent, Regina Hall. Creator, stylist, hair. Male model is Isaiah Hamilton. You models. Let's go see what he looks like without, underneath the makeup. I bet he's a white dude. Is he a white dude? Is he a white dude? Is he a white dude? He's a brother. Should have known. So this is the brother that played the alien. Okay, so now we go even deeper. The majority of your on-screen aliens are what? Some of the most famous aliens in cinema history have been what? Played by black people. Louis Gossett Jr., Enemy Mine, Kevin Peter Hall in Alien. Predator. And then the young African brother that played the big chap in Alien. Yeah, some of your most famous aliens on cinema played by black people. Coincidence or no? So this is the young brother that played the little alien that did makeup for the alien in this. Okay, go back here. So this is the young brother, right? You know, truth be told, you know, it was a brother that played Thanos first, Damien Poitier, not Josh Brolin. Don't let these white people, you know, fool y'all or make you forget your history. Okay, it was a black man that played Thanos first, Damien Poitier. Damon or Damien? Nope, I think it was Damien. Damien Poitier. Yeah, this is him. This guy played Thanos first. He played Thanos first. This was him. Don't ever forget your history, your alien history, your alien African American history. All right, he played Thanos first. I think he would have done a good role. I don't think it didn't need to go to Josh Brolin. But I'm just saying. Okay. Let's keep it going. More Hollywood stuff. Once again, just take notes, y'all. Just take notes. We're here for you to take notes, observe, and report. That's it. That's all. Where am I going here? I don't care about the Ferrari thing. What is this? I don't care about that either. Let's go here. Oh, Keith David. God bless this man. God bless Keith David, y'all. He finally got his star on Hollywood Walk of Fame. Let's go.
My life, I wanted to be an actor. I started out as a singer. You know, all my life, I wanted to be an actor. I started out as a singer, and then I wanted to be a preacher, and I wanted to be a lawyer, and I wanted to be...
No, sir. That was Peter Mayhew. It was a white man that played Chewbacca. Everybody knows this. Everybody knows this, sir. Everybody knows this. It was a white man. I mean, come on now. Let's not be greedy.
Be a bank president when I watched Hopper on TV, you know, and then all that stuff. And I discovered that I could be an actor and be all those things. What you're bearing witness to today
I did.
Is a man living his dream. Today is.
Don't forget, he played the voice of the gargoyles in the TV series, the Disney gargoyle cartoons. Goliath, was that the leader? He played Goliath. He was the voice of Goliath in the gargoyles cartoon. Let's continue.
A great day to all and any of you who have a dream to be an actor or a singer, an artist of any kind. Just keep dreaming. It can and does come true. And most importantly, I want to say to you,
oh, look, that's John Carpenter himself.
Don't quit before the blessing. You know.
Okay, that's beautiful. Congratulations to Keith David getting his long-awaited start in Hollywood. Now, before we get to the Crashouts, before we get to the white man Crashouts, shout out to Pedro J. Now, I did not know this was happening. I thought this thing was dead when I talked about it earlier today. This thing has been going on for 20 years. They've been trying to get this thing made for 20 years. And lo and behold, we got an update. Netflix pauses pre-production on Antoine Fuqua's Hannibal starring Denzel Washington. Now, Why is Netflix doing this? This man basically has a $900 million movie in his repertoire, right? And I thought this thing was dead. Remember, early on, I believe Danny Glover at one point tried to get this thing off the ground. It was Danny Glover, and all I remember was Vin Diesel was supposed to play Hannibal, and Denzel was supposed to play Hamilcar, his father. I remember this was 20 years ago. Let's go see if we can find it. Was Vin Diesel? Shit. Come on, Diesel. When set to play Hannibal. This was 20 years. Okay, maybe 15 years. 15 years. Yes, here we go. Yes, Vin Diesel was set to play the famous Carthaginian, Carthage in Africa, not Rome. Because, most people think Carthage is in Rome. No, Carthage of Africa. But he was supposed to play General Hannibal Barca, called Hannibal the Conqueror. He spent over 2 decades developing the project as a passion-driven trilogy focused on the life of Hannibal and his father Hamilcar. However, after struggling to get financing and facing years in development hell, the historical film did not move forward. The original creative team Vin Diesel had attached, including a writer from Gladiator. Okay? The competing Hannibal project that eventually went into production with Denzel Washington. Okay? 20 years he tried to get this thing done. This is back in 2007. Then in 2010, actor revealed that Tony Scott was attached to direct and that there were talks with Denzel to join the cast. Denzel was supposed to play his father, Hamilcar. He also said that the story would have to become a trilogy to be told properly. Okay? He said, when a dream is born in your childhood, when you spend a decade daring to pursue it, the day a head of studio says, I want to make all 3 films of your Hannibal trilogy, it takes a minute to sink in. It's still sinking in. And we've never seen it. We have yet to see it. Okay? So let's go here. Now, if you're going to ask me, does Denzel Washington have more cachet, more clout in Hollywood than Vin Diesel? That's I don't know. I couldn't answer that question. Let's see. Hollywood's failure to make Hannibal blockbuster movie until now is one of the world's biggest mysteries. Let's see. Okay, according to Deadline, Denzel's reuniting with longtime collaborator Antoine Fuqua for an untitled Hannibal movie. It was announced back in 2023. We'll start shooting this summer in Italy with production based at Rome's Cinecittà Studios. The script was written by John Logan, a 3-time Oscar winner who penned Martin Scorsese's The Aviator and Ridley Scott's The Gladiator. Okay. Robert Richardson, who worked on The Aviator, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and JFK, will be handling the visuals. According to the movie's logline, all the key battles that Hannibal led against the Roman Republic will be covered. His political strategy will also be explored, notably how he managed to occupy the majority of southern Italy for close to 2 decades and what caused him to finally be defeated by the Romans at the Battle of Zama. Okay? 20 years ago, this was supposed to take place, y'all. Okay, back in 2002, he had gone as far as picking a filming location, choosing the Caribbean island of Santo Domingo. Sadly, his idea of a 3-part saga got stuck in development hell for too long. Part of it is his fault, as he has dedicated most of his time to cars. The Fast finale weighs on me right now. Fast 10 is Everest. So Everest first, then elephants in the Alps second. Yeah, that's pretty much why he lost. Elephants don't do good in snowy mountainous weather. Okay. So in 2002, Empire revealed that Diesel's movie would be adapted from Hannibal, the popular 1995 historical novel by Scottish writer Ross Leckey. reported that Washington was keen on the project at the time and that Diesel was working hard to be the first to get to the finish line. Okay. The early 2000s would have been the best time for Diesel to make his movie hit, as historical epics were trendy. Movies like Gladiator, Troy, and Alexander were all received well by the audience, and there is no doubt that a Hannibal tale would have been a hit. I agree. Today it's likely to be a hit or miss affair. Neither audiences nor critics seem particularly thrilled with Napoleon, Gladiator 2. Okay. First, cultural accuracy matters. Especially in the current climate, it's a widely debated matter, but many scholars argue Hannibal Barca was black. If Diesel had played the general, his movie would have been mired by backlash, ruining its entertainment value. Okay. Let me pull it back. So let's get to the Deadline article. So here we go. This thing has been paused. Netflix has halted pre-production on its untitled epic drama about ancient Carthaginian general Hannibal, starring Denzel Washington. The film was planning to shoot later this year in Italy, but insiders now say the budget have been put on pause so that producers and the studio can figure out the budget. Insiders add that both sides are working to get the movie back on track and that the hope is the movie can still move forward at Netflix. The project has been gearing up over the past few weeks, with Netflix meeting with actors to join Washington in the film, as well as Fuqua and his crew scouting locations in Italy. When certain issues arose that still needed to be addressed, both sides agreed it was best to halt pre-production and get things in a good place that the studio and producers agreed upon. Okay. Once again, just brought this up with Fatal J. Just out the blue. Just out the fucking blue. Man, when the universe speaks, you better listen. I'm listening. Okay? I am listening, universe. Okay. Let's get to one last clip before we get to these YouTube crash outs. Ready? Okay. Let's go here. The Real Billie Jean.
Recognizable rock songs of... This is one of the most recognizable rock songs of all.
Okay. It was smart for them to stop Stargate. You have a TV show. It went 5 years. You got the movie. You got another reboot. We don't need no more Stargate. I agree. No, we don't need no more Stargate. Look what happened. Stargate was going to end up like Star Trek. Stargate would have ended up like Star Trek and Star Wars. We don't need any more. No more. Nobody wanted another Stargate movie series reboot. No. We'll just leave it the way it is. That was smart. Nobody wants that shit. Sorry. Nobody wants another Stargate.
All time. What does the public know about your mom?
So if they were to Google her, they would say that she's a stalker.
Lavon Muhammad, who prefers to be known as Billie Jean Jackson, believes that she mothered Michael Jackson's children and that Michael asked her to marry him in 1985.
One time I brought groceries for Michael and he drove up and he said, "Oh, you're going to be my little wifey today?" I said, "Yes." He said, "You're going to cook for me?" I said, "Yes." He loves me dearly. Because Billie Jean is not my lover means that he's my lover.
Billie Jean is currently serving 2.5 years in a Los Angeles County jail for violating a court order to stay away from Michael Jackson. She is charged with sending her doctor bills to Jackson and telling a Beverly Hills boutique to bill him for her wedding dress.
The public knows her as someone that probably terrorized the family a little bit, which is hard in my mind because I know her. They know her as someone who's mentally ill. She always told me that that's your dad. Mom struggled. I'm not exactly sure what was the catalyst, like why was Michael the one that she chose to fantasize about. I have voice recordings where she's cussing me out and telling me, your problems are because Michael's mad at you. If you had treated his wife better, Michael would have been better to you. And I even brought letters that she wrote for me from prison. Home was Michael Jackson's address.
Actually put it on there.
Yes. This is October 30th, 1995. And I would say she struggled with it all the way up until the day that she died.
You were raised by a single mom, but you also described foster care.
We left Chicago. She told us we're going home. She took us on Amtrak train, I'll never forget, from Illinois to California. And we had no money. We went from Amtrak station in Los Angeles up to Encino to Michael Jackson's house. and we lived outside, like in the dirt. The four of us.
You, your mom, and
the twins.
And the twins, which is a brother and a sister, and they're younger than you?
Yes.
Okay,
They're
so you-
6 years younger.
6 years younger. So you come out to California. First stop, go straight to Michael Jackson's house and start living out there?
We go to his house, and she proceeds to walk us in the gate.
Oh, wow.
Because for her, we're going home. We walk in the gate, and then all of the guards swarm us, and they knew who she was because she'd broken in before. And so we kind of set up camp in front of his gate outside, waiting for him to let us come home.
Okay, when you say set up camp,
Honestly, what I remember is like playing with snails. And I just remember us sitting there, and the twins were just kind of sitting on the ground like on a blanket, and we were just waiting. And mom kept trying to go to the gate, kept trying to talk to someone, and then we would get hungry and we would go to a restaurant and she would order, and we wouldn't have enough money. They would feel sorry for us. They would feed us. There were times where the gate would open, someone would come out, and they would give us money. Michael's mom came out one time and gave money. And because remember, he's Michael Jackson, so we weren't even the only ones out there.
like dozens of people just in and out and
just-
crowds.
yeah,
and,
like-
like nonstop flow of
Just- yeah.
This is probably 82, 83. At this point, you truly believe he's your dad. That's what you've been told. And at 7, of course, you believe what's told to you. What happened at the end of that 2 weeks?
We'd actually gotten lice really bad. And so she hailed this cab down. What? We were in the cab and it was late at night and the cab got a flat tire. And she asked the cab driver, can we sleep in the cab? And he said yes. And he let the 4 of us sleep in the back of his cab and he slept in the front seat. And it was early in the morning. She tapped me and said, I'm gonna go make a phone call. And I said, okay, sleepily, and then fell back asleep. That was the last time that we saw her outside of supervised visits. That was the catalyst for us to be permanently placed in foster care.
So when did you find out and discover that Michael Jackson was not your dad?
I don't think anyone ever told me. I do remember people going, is it possible? And I'm like, no. And I think because she was so convincing, because she was a court reporter, I mean, she kept meticulous records and her story never, ever changed. We would go to mental institutions and we would sit down with the doctors. And I will never forget, we were outside and she said, is it possible that this is true?
The psychiatrist said that.
And we were like, wow. Hey. No, it's not true. Are you sure? Because everything is like matching up. She didn't have the picture of what we picture as mental illness. It sounds awful, but it would have been easier if she was like the drooling, the like all of these kind of things. She's helping the nurses station. Her hair is fabulous. Her skin was meticulous and she's articulate. So it was difficult for people, which is why they allowed her so many court cases.
Do you have any animosity towards the Jackson family or towards him?
Not an inkling. They didn't contribute to her illness. They weren't the reason for her delusion. There's no anger on my end. I'm sorry that that's who she was to them. That'd be terrifying.
Your mom died 2 years ago.
It was a pretty painful end because she died in a home and she wanted us to take her out. She didn't want to be there, but she was difficult and it was hard. She still blamed us and said that Michael was punishing us. So to me, it was a sad end. It was rough, but she knew that we loved her.
You did love your mom, didn't you? This is one of the most...
Wow, what the fuck is going on? Damn, son. I feel bad for the daughter. Okay. Let me do this first. Let me... right. Now, okay, let's go here. Okay. Once again, shout to Fatal J. We are engaged in battles that some of you guys are not privy to. And the people that we have to come across and deal with sometimes. Now, I gotta give context first, because I need to give context. I need to give context. Okay. These are the And once again, shout out to Fatal J for mentioning Tariq Nasheed's breakdown of white heroes. Okay, white heroes. I gotta go back and find that podcast, listen to it. Okay, this is why they're so hell bent on. They're so opposed to the race swapping and all that good stuff. Okay. Let's start with an oldie but goodie. Star Wars theory, an oldie but goodie. Okay. When we talk about white heroes, this is what we mean. Let's go.
That was very nice, surprise. Shit. You'll be trending again. Oh, God.
Yeah, y'all, he's crying. This was over the Force Awakens trailer, I believe, right? Force Awakens with Rey. This is the trailer he watched that he was crying. Well, but come on.
Say I cry for the guys with the green lightsabers. What can I say? It's the color green, I swear. Oh, man. Damn.
Yeah, man.
Whew, I got a lot to say, chat. But boy, were there some nice, beautiful moments. For sure. So, what do you guys think? All right, well. That was nice. I'll collect my thoughts and everything here. Before I start complaining. It was nice, dude. I actually really liked a lot of it. There were a lot that was... If I could summarize this episode, it would be really cool, but some stuff didn't make sense. But I feel like in the end, it really does if you think about it, because there's still another 10 years to go. There's still another 10 years of this time period. Vader is still very conflicted. He's still very much Anakin Skywalker.
I want to get to him actually crying. I'm going to get to it. Don't worry. I'm going to get to it. Oh, yeah, he cried twice.
Crying in the Luke Skywalker scene just told me that all he's interested in is cameos and references, which is basically the opposite of my perspective. So I have no interest in his opinion. And that's fine. You don't have to have interest in my opinion. I think the Luke Skywalker scene was something really important to me because I felt like, he died in the sequel trilogy. And so when he came back in, Mando season 2, at least, in
Okay, no. I'm gonna find it. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. We're gonna find it. Let's not do this. Star Wars theory. Crying. Okay, so he cried over the return of Luke in Mando season 3. Is this it? Okay, let's go here.
This is it, guys. This is the finale. Can't wait.
Okay, let me scoot up because I don't want to get hit. Let's scoot up. Can't make this shit up, y'all. Here we go. Now I ain't gonna front. The scene, the hallway scene when Luke walks up in there, and it's just like the Vader scene in Rogue One. The Vader scene is better, but seeing a CGI Luke, do his thing, it was good. I ain't gonna front. I was like, oh shit, get him, Luke, get him. This is like Luke in all black. He's a Jedi master, like all powerful. So, but when shout out to Fatal J, when they talk about they white heroes. Then what I'm saying, they take this shit to heart. Come on. Oh gosh.
Are you a Jedi?
I am. Come, little one.
He doesn't want to go with you.
He wants your permission. I will give my life to protect the child, but he will not be safe until he masters his abilities.
That's who you belong with. He's one of your kind. I'll see you again. I promise.
Oh, is that serious? Is that serious to them?
May the force be with you.
I don't have words, man. I couldn't be happier.
Yeah. Listen, I okay, that was when he was a kid. Okay, I get all that. I'm well versed in this man's backstory. Okay, I've known about him for many, many years. Yes, Star Wars helped him get through his cancer, his battle with cancer when he was a kid. Okay, I get all that. But somewhere in y'all's Bible it says time to put away childish things. Okay? My wife does not fucking crying over some shit that she remembers when she was fighting her battle. So I don't, y'all going to miss me with this shit. Sorry. Sorry. If my wife ain't doing it and she's a woman, I'm not giving no passes for no man. So I'm well versed in this man's backstory. That was a long time ago. You a whole grown ass man now. No, sir. Time to put that shit leave it in the toy box. Put it back in the toy box. Exactly. Yeah. I hear you. I hear y'all. But no. Sorry. No. Sorry, no. Every time he cries, it's not about his. No, let's not do that.
No.
Let's not do that.
Couldn't be happier as a Star Wars fan. That was so amazing for me. And then seeing R2 with him, it was like it's an experience I've never had in my life. 30 years old.
Then
Like
he'll come back and make a video as to why is Kathleen Kennedy and Bob Iger doing this to my lore? Why are they ruining Star Wars? Man, if you don't shit or get off the pot, why are they doing this to my vaunted stuff? Why don't you get mad at George Lucas for selling the damn thing in the first damn place? Remember, this is how hypocritical all Star Wars fans are. Y'all hated the prequels. You hated Jar Jar Binks. You hated this. You hated that. You hated who they chose to play Anakin. Miss me with the bullshit. All you bitch ass Star Wars fans complain George needs to get rid of it. He shouldn't direct any more Star Wars movies. He's lost his touch. He's lost the force. Shut y'all asses up. I remember y'all gave that man hell, and that's why he sold to Disney. Cause y'all kicked his ass during those prequels. Y'all kicked his ass. Exactly. They sure did. They sure fucking did. They sure did. That's why I don't, this man, fuck all that. Y'all drove that man to sell something he would have never given up, but y'all kicked that man's ass during those prequels. Okay? So I don't want to hear it. Sorry. Don't want to hear it.
I got to feel like I was a little kid.
Don't want to hear it.
Weird stuff, man. I don't want to make it a thing, like, oh, as a little kid, you look up to these characters, and they're like your heroes. So seeing him with R2 again, it was just, I've been waiting to see that since, the first time I saw the originals, which was 1996 for me. So it's a lot of emotion right now. Just trying to process it all. And damn, man, I didn't want to cry. Hope I'm not the only one. Did you guys cry too? Freaking Luke Skywalker. All right. I don't know what to say, buddy. This is bigger than anything for me. Okay. Well, thank you, Lucasfilm. This one.
Wait. We're not done. Star Wars Theory crying. Okay. Star Wars Theory crying. Was it Force Awakens? It was Force Awakens, right? This motherfucker's always crying, man. Y'all better miss me with this shit. Let's go. I remember this.
Been sitting here for a good minute, deciding whether I should.
This guy used to actually work for Disney and went online and made fun of homeboy for crying. Like, if you don't stop this nonsense, you're a grown ass man.
Now you can imagine, being in the Star Wars community and doing this for about 5 years, you see a lot of stuff. You see it from content creators, you see it from trolls. It's what it is, man. Not everyone in life is going to like you, and you and I share that, regardless of your feelings about me and mine about you. What I don't think is okay is when a Lucasfilm official is chiming in and gaslighting these sorts of behaviors of undermining one's emotions towards something that their own company created. I think it doesn't look good for the brand of Star Wars. I don't think it looks good for Lucasfilm or Disney or what they preach about inclusivity. Now, I can't see what Mr. Hidalgo is saying. He has a locked profile, but I can see that he's responded several times to this thread, which is making fun of me for being emotional over Luke Skywalker's return. I'm interjecting, so this is now 6 hours or so after I recorded the video that you...
This the same man that y'all don't realize that has a... I think he's from Canada. He lives in Canada. He has like a black or half black Jamaican girlfriend. And him and Josh from Nerd Theory, Dinner Theory, they were making jokes about race. And this little fucker here was like, well, I get the pass for the N-word. He said that on the live that he gets a pass for using the N-word because his girlfriend is of some African descent. So that's why I don't give a fuck about this dude. Fuck this dude. This dude's a clown. Now, is it okay for me to laugh at him when he cries? Because this is the same motherfucker that said he gets a pass to use the N-word because he has a fetish because he got a little black girlfriend. And he gets invited to the cookout. So it's okay for me to laugh at him now? Did y'all know that about him? Did y'all know that about him? Did y'all catch that stream where he said he gets the pass? The N-word pass? I bet you didn't. You didn't know that, did you? Oh, okay then. Okay. You didn't know that, did you? Oh, okay. Just making sure. Let's find some other white men crying over goddamn Star Wars. Don't worry, I'm gonna get to the He-Man stuff in a minute. This is all encompassing about white heroes and how important these heroes are to these white dudes, right? It had to be The Force Awakens. Man crying over Force. It had to be Force Awakens, right? That was the first one in the race series, yeah? Here, this guy here. Let's go here.
Sorry about that. I'm gonna turn this puppy up. There we go. And let's do this.
Passed on all we know. A generation, you. But this is your...
Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
What?
Yep.
Wait.
Yeah, okay. Yep. Yeah. These are the mofos that we had to wage war against on the comic sector and other parts of YouTube Hollywood. I know some of y'all be like, "Ooh, I didn't know." It was like, yeah. Mark with a C, me, Jay, couple other. There's a bunch of us brothers. Generation Geek fighting a good fight that some of y'all are not privy to, and that's okay. That's why we're here. Okay, we fighting against motherfuckers like this. Yeah. We fight against guys like this.
What?
Yeah.
No, the Emperor. Scott.
Yep. Right. Y'all didn't know about this? This is old.
Yes. Oh my God.
This is old.
How do they make this more and more epic every time?
Yeah. This is old.
How do they make this more and more epic every?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Red scenes and blues. Yeah. We're on the front lines, fighting a good fight. Fighting a good fight. Let me see if I can find that in my folder, because I saved that shit. Because you never know when you're gonna need ammunition. The old, you gotta break out the M1 Garand on these white boys and shit. You gotta hit them with their granddaddy rifles and shit their rifles their granddaddy used in World War I and shit. It's somewhere up in. I know it's somewhere in this piece. Hold on, let me reduce this. Let me minimize this. Hold on. Okay, let's move you over here. Now let me get to finding this. Okay, so all of my thing. Okay, let's go to 2024. Oh, is this it? Uh-oh. Don't tell me I found it just that quick. That's not it. Okay, that's Josh. Okay, wait. Yeah, goofball. That's 2024. Okay, so let's go to 2025. 2025. I got it. Don't worry. It's in here somewhere. I've been holding on to that motherfucker for a minute. I could the N-word pass. I could pass. That's what he said. He gets a pass. He gets a pass. Okay, that's 2024. It's in here somewhere. Don't you worry. 2020. Okay, 2024. Let me go into my. Let me go here. Okay, let's do this. Let's look for this mofo this way. Nope. Okay, let's go nerd. Nope. Okay, let's go theory. Okay. Now that's gonna piss me off. Didn't I make a video about that a long time ago? I could have swore I did. I don't think I made a video about it. I think I just talked about it in passing. Damn. Okay, that's not in that. Okay, it's not in that folder. Is it in that folder? Nope. Okay, not in that folder. Definitely not in that folder. Content to rerun. Happy. Win. Okay. Stream. Nope. Nope. Not that. Not running. Not that. Okay. Overlays. No. Oh man. Now I'm gonna be upset. This is gonna bother the hell out of me. Cause now I'm gonna be like, I got to find it. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, 2024. Nope. 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 I think I backed it up into my hard drive. And it's somewhere in my hard drive, and I don't feel like looking for that motherfucker. That's definitely not gonna go over that motherfucker looking for it. The hell with it. Y'all just gonna have to take my word for it. Y'all just gonna have to take my word for it. Trust me. But I played it. I played it before. Huh. Imagine that. Okay, everybody fold up, fold up. Damn. And I was sitting in that motherfucker for a minute too. Let me see if I made a video about it. I don't think I did. Inward. Oh, looky, looky. Looky, looky. Oh, looky, look. It's in my shorts. It's in my shorts. Looky, looky. Right, this is the guy y'all said I shouldn't laugh at. This is the guy y'all said I shouldn't laugh at. Let's play it. Let's play it.
That
Let's
direction
play it.
pretty heavily.
White guy take.
Hate guy take? What?
White guy take. I'm not that white.
I'm pretty white. 76% Polish. About as white as they come.
My girl's not white.
Oh.
That gives me a pass.
Oh. Oh, I didn't know.
You know those guys?
Uh-huh.
We read this one. But yeah, I've noticed that. I mean, I don't know why everything is
in that direction pretty heavily.
Uh-huh.
Wait,
I know. Come on, Sly. They're all good people. Sly, come on, and all that. I know, you're right. You're right. Come on, Sly, don't feed into the race thing, man. We all human. We all human. I know, you're right. Yeah. I know. Come on, Sly, don't be like that. Don't sow seeds of division. I'm not. You're right. I'm not.
Hate guy take? What?
I know.
White guy take. I'm not that white.
I know.
I'm pretty white. 76% Polish.
Okay.
About as white as they come.
Yep. I know.
My girl's not white.
Yeah, his girlfriend's not white.
Oh.
That gives me a pass.
Oh. Oh, I didn't know.
You know those guys?
Yeah, I know. Come on, Sly. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Go run tell that. I know. Let's keep it going. He-Man crash out. Midnight's Edge. Now I want you to look at the man that's ranting and raving. Look at this man's build, facial features, right? His aesthetic, his fitness levels. You understand? Pay attention. Shout out to Fatal J. Yeah, they're white heroes. This is a religion to them. So yeah, in their fantasy, there are no black people in space. There are no black people in Middle Earth. There are no black people in the forest. In their fantasy, you don't exist. Let's go. I know. Come on, Sly. Not all of them. I know. Not all of them. I know. Let's go.
Secret audiences they're going after. Because I saw them tonight in my theater.
Oh, interesting.
It's 30-nothing-year-old women who are so nerdy and awkward they're either lesbian or can't get a fucking date.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Because those were the people that were into this movie. Otherwise, it was dead fucking silence. I would have been fine with Thor Ragnarok, This was Masters of the fucking Blunderverse. This was Thor Love and Thunder times 10.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. And anybody who says this isn't woke, they're lying to you. This is the wokest shit I've seen in years.
Now, I watched the very same movie he's complaining about. I had no problems with it. Listen, when I saw Skeletor grab Evelyn by the throat and tell her this better work, what is woke about? Help me out, y'all. Okay, now there were way too many sex jokes, but these are white sex jokes. Ram Man, hey Ram, give me more head. When the Skeletor talks about the sword dangling between his thick thighs, the fisto jokes, these are all white humor jokes. These are white people's jokes. White college frat humor jokes, okay? Fine, those are jokes for white people. White people get those jokes, okay? But when I saw when Skeletor grabs Evelyn she's already on the ground. Right? He throws her to the ground and he stands over her and he grabs her by the neck. He says, and she's like, it'll work, my lord. He says, it better. And he's choking her out. I'm loving this shit. That's what they're calling toxic masculinity. They're saying Skeletor is the embodiment of toxic masculinity. He killed this role. I'm sorry. He smokes Frank Langella's role. Because this man, this character is unfiltered, just evil. And this long ass soliloquy he went on. He's because I'm a villain. I don't want to talk about my feelings. There's nothing here to unpack. I am a villain. I was like, yeah, yeah. Choke that bitch out. Let's go.
Years. Everything from insert the fucking Planeteers here to fucking, toxic masculinity on this end. It's all here, kids. Every fucking color of the rainbow. My God, what have we done? Fuck you, Mattel. Fuck you, Amazon. Fuck Masters of the Universe. After Revelations, after this, we are done.
Look at this man. Look at the aesthetic of this man. Is this man highly sought after by women? Do you think this man has high social status by women? Do you think women be like, ooh, he makes me moist? Yeah, no. No, yeah. Come on. Bruh. Yeah. 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 This is what broke him. Yeah. This is exactly what broke him. Yeah. Because I'm a villain.
Divorced. I am so glad I spent no more than $20 together on those fucking toys. You want to know why? This movie's not getting another goddamn dime of my money, nor is Mattel, for the rest of my fucking life.
Look at it. Look at his comments. Oh, he's mad.
Done. That's all.
I think that sums it up.
Oh, fuck this movie. I was so mad walking out of this movie.
Nick Weiser
fuming.
said, yeah, let's go, Tom.
Fucking fuming. Like, you could probably see the smoke coming off the top of my fucking head. I was so mad. And then, I'm not even going to get to the spoilers. Fuck that. I'll wait for spoilers. And I wish Paulie had seen it. He didn't get a chance to see it. First of all, I will thank the person who made sure I got to see this movie, because I went to the two wrong theaters first. And then
Two wrong theaters
because there's two Marcus theaters within some, because Madison is actually made up of like 3 or 4 fucking towns all crammed together. Okay, so you have so there's another Marcus Cinema in a town called Sun Prairie, but when you look for it in Madison, it comes up. So I went to the wrong fucking one. I was supposed to go to Sun Prairie. I was at Madison, but luckily they got me in. It wasn't packed, so they didn't have a problem getting me in. Luckily, I think this movie's going to tank, because I don't know who this fucking movie's made for. Some people will have fun with it, but like I said, I've discovered the fucking audience that they're going after with this shit.
From your description, remember when he's taking back the sword in that absolutely cringeworthy scene, and you have the female Nerdette who's working in that
Minor
store?
Spoilers, but yeah.
Yeah. There's your audience done, basically.
Yep, that is the audience. You just said it. Right there. That is what I saw in my theater. There wasn't many guys my age, that's for damn sure. Because either they were smart enough to stay the fuck out of it, or they went to the IMAX.
Well, that might be, but yeah.
I'm sorry. I've seen a lot of shitty movies in my day, and we've watched a lot of crap. This might be worse than Ghostbusters 2016.
Now I ain't going front. That is the poster for DEI, MCU wokeness. Yeah, 2016 Ghostbusters, all female Ghostbusters, directed by a gay ass Paul Feig, even though he's married. No one wanted that. Nobody wanted an all female Ghostbusters. The movie bombed, tanked very badly, and people still kicked dirt on that movie. And Leslie Jones still complains about her reception to that in that movie. They called her monkey, chimp. They didn't want. Them white folk was like, we don't want you here. You got a lot of racial stuff for being in that movie. Kristen Wiig and Melissa McCarthy's careers didn't suffer, but Leslie's career suffered because of that movie. The other little blonde chick with the glasses, the Egon version, her career is doing fine. Leslie's career suffered since that Ghostbusters 2016. It had Chris Hemsworth in there playing a goofy blonde secretary guy that gets possessed. And then there was this musical scene that got cut out that people were upset about, and they put that towards the end of the movie in the credits. Let me show you how bad this was. 2016 Ghostbusters. This was bad. This is how bad it was. Let's get back to this crash out.
Because at least Ghostbusters was originally a comedy, and you can understand Paul Feig misunderstanding how the comedy worked in that movie. This movie comes off like somebody who watched one random episode, took a couple fucking notes, and just knew all the memes, and that's it. And I'm sitting here wondering half the time, what the fuck is going on, and why is this in the movie? I wouldn't care if all this meme shit was part of the fucking ad campaign, like a Deadpool thing. No problem. The problem is it's in the fucking movie. If you've seen all the trailers, if you've seen the clips, you've seen the entire fucking movie, by the way. There's nothing here you haven't seen.
Actually, you've seen the better movie because you didn't see all.
That's true, because actually there is probably a better movie in here, but unfortunately there's not. And Andre said it earlier in his reaction, the 1987 film is better by far. As chintzy as it is, it at least takes the source material fucking seriously.
Okay. Once again, it depends. I don't know. Would I say the 87 version is that much better than this version? That's a tall one for me, man. I don't know. The 87 is special for different reasons. But this was not a bad movie, y'all. It really wasn't. Once they get back to Eternia, like I said, this first opening scene, I'm telling you right the fuck now. The first opening act, rather, the fight between Man-at-Arms versus Trapjaw, I was like, oh, they're John Wick in this. Like, it was that good. They were John Wick in that shit. It was good. That first act, good. When he grabs Tila, they jump out the building and the shit blows up behind. I was like, oh, okay, all right, I'm hooked. Second act was too long. I agree. Third act, when Skeletor and He-Man like face off like they've always faced off, that was good. I mean, once again, Jared Leto, every scene he's in steals this movie. Once again, give me an audiobook of Jared Leto as Skeletor every night, and I'll you know what I'm saying? Here's how you learn to read, featuring Skeletor, and I'll be just listening to that shit like, yeah, okay?
Yes, Gwildor's goofy and funny, but that's the point. It gets what the world is. And you could have that in this movie had you had, like, look, guys, I'm sorry. You cannot be making fucking fisting jokes in this fucking movie.
I agree, but once again, sir, who made this movie? The director, Travis Knight, bless his heart, he's white. The writers are white. You understand? Like, your fight's not with the audience they're trying to cater to. Your fight is with the people that are trying to cater your beloved lore to this audience that doesn't show up for these movies. You're mad at the wrong people. You're mad at casual moviegoers. If you're a twink and they make a movie for you and you don't go support it, I get it, but you should be mad at the people that made this movie for the twinks. If what I'm saying makes sense, hopefully what I'm saying makes sense.
And there's some place where I'm waiting for Skeletor to fuck He-Man, literally.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. When he had him up by the neck, and he's like, "Oh, that long sword dangling between your big thighs," I was like, "Ooh, that was no." It was super cringe. But once again, these are white boy James Gunn frat humor jokes that you hear only white people do and tell amongst each other. You've been to college. If you've been to a PWI, this is how they do. They play games like this. They slap each other on the ass and dicks and shit. Dick jokes and ball jokes. And same thing when I was in prison. White boys is always doing the weird shit. That's what they do. So why are you not mad at the creators of this slop? You want to get mad at the fans for either consuming or not consuming, that are not your typical fans, or not the people that you would consider fans that go see this movie with, lockstep. Once again, this is how this shit is important to these white dudes.
He talks about his schlong at one fucking point.
Yeah, he
I
did.
shit you not, kids.
You're right. He did.
What fucking movie is this?
You're right. You're
a
right.
comment about that.
Sorry, I'm gonna calm down for 2 seconds.
Redosaurus says, was a fisting joke about Fisto in the movie? Yeah.
Yes,
two
several.
times.
Yeah.
I think it was at least 3, but maybe 4.
Yeah,
Well,
he's right.
What's basically towards the end, Fisto was making them himself, and Ram went along with it.
He says Ram.
Yeah, like, don't even get me started
more
on the
head
name thing.
or more. Yeah.
Okay, because this movie clearly is saying that it's embarrassed of what it's fucking making.
Did you notice one massive, glaring inconsistency when it comes to the names?
Yes.
There was one glaring one.
Yeah, so they all their names came from He-Man when he was a little kid. He had all these special names for them. So when he got back to Eternia and he met all the heroes, he was like, "Hey, you are Mechaneck." He's like, "What's that?" "You're Fisto, and you're Ram Man." "Why?" "Because you ram things." Like, all the names are from the mind of a then 10-year-old that's what kept him going when he was during the 15 years when he was on Earth. He got sent to a portal, lost a sword on Earth, and that's all he had was these memories of the heroes, and he had these special names for them. Okay, and then they're like, they say, "What was?" And then Tila's like, "Well, what was your name? What'd you call yourself?" He's like, "Well, He-Man." What was that? "Well, He-Man, strong, masculine, manly." Oh, He-Man. Okay, yeah. This what they mad at.
And this is a mild spoiler, so it's not really a spoiler. So I'm going to say it right away, because basically we kind of like learn that all of the names, these are like the childhood names that young Adam had for all of these characters, right?
Yeah.
So like, for instance, when he says to Ram Man, like, "You're Ram Man." Ram Man is like, "What did you call me?" He's never heard that before.
He acts all offended.
And Ram Man was played by an Asian. Ram Man's played by an Asian. Man of Arms is black. And then you had a masculine chick by the name of Dion, super masculine. She used to be she used to bully Adam when he was little. Right? Mechaneck, Fisto, who else? Moss Man got eradicated, got melted into moss. Right? Skeletor, he was like, let's listen to him beg for his life. Which one of you heroes want to beg for your life? And they pull up Moss Man, he's on his knees, and he hits him with the staff, and he melts him. He's like, "Look, I've made mulch." Ha 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 ha. Man, listen, I will go watch this again just for Jared Leto. I will watch this again just for Jared Leto. That's it, that's all. He was acting his ass off. This shit was so over the top.
We've never heard that before. We don't actually know what they call themselves. We don't know what the other characters call them. We just go by the childhood names. They just suddenly like accept it. It's kind of like the end of Josh Trank's Fant Forstick in a sense. It's kind of like that, right? Where you're like, I know the perfect name, that kind of thing, right? And then they just own it towards the end of the movie. All of these things with this or that man, with one notable exception. And that is Mossman, who is identified by Evelyn as Mossman.
But she does it in a way that she's just literally making up his fucking name.
Yeah, she looks at him. She's like, "Who do we have here?" She's like, "This Mossman." That's how she named him, because he looks like a giant walking moss. Like a giant, you know what I'm saying? The moss when it grows on the rocks and the trees and when it's away from the north, whatever. And yeah, he's like, "Who's this person here?" And she's like, "This is this Moss Man." This shit was so stupid.
Name at the time, because she clearly doesn't know who the hell he is.
Well, and still, like that.
And she is the most inconsistent character in the entire movie.
Oh my goodness.
But I mean, normally she has this thing, but at first they make it out like this bitch is into it. Like she likes the fucking, power.
This is actually something I found.
There's one scene when he grabs Evelyn by the arm, and you can see the poisoning. It's turning black, and then when he lets her go, you can tell she kind of likes it. She has this little crook in her smile, like she kind of liked it. It's the same smile that people got mad at Gal Gadot in Wonder Woman playing when Steppenwolf knocked her to the ground. Or no, BVS Doomsday. It's the same smile. She's like, oh, okay, like I like it rough, and she had that smile after Skeletor had grabbed her by the arm and kind of threw her down and shit, So Skeletor is everything wrong with being an alpha male, an aggressive male, type A personality. He uses everybody. He only cares about himself. Wants the power for himself. Yeah. Okay.
Very, very interesting thing. No, not interesting at all. Like one of the biggest wastes, because if you look at both the comics and the cartoon, and here I actually will give kudos to Kevin Smith, where he got it.
He got a little bit more. I'll give him that. This is Revelations was better. Yes.
Yeah. Because he got that the real chemistry, the real interesting characters are Skeletor and Evelyn, and the chemistry and the power dynamics between the two of them. The 1987 movie got this right.
Okay.
Where Evelyn and Skeletor.
All right, I'm gonna leave it there, man. I'm gonna leave it there. This is why they go so hard against the race swap and the DEI and the affirmative action and the MCU and the Mary Sues. Okay, once you start removing their validation, their ideology, you're gonna have a problem with these guys. That's how they see themselves. Okay, they see themselves as these guys. Now hear me out. Now I'm not gonna ride this dude into the ground, but sir, you shouldn't be smoking cigarettes. Yeah. Sir, you too old to be smoking cigarettes. You smoke cigarettes? Like it's 2026. Like we still do this?
I mean, I'd be more curious to see if somebody in our age. I know Valiant's just I think a tad older than us. But like that's the thing is I feel like the farther you are away from it, the roll off, you're gonna have less of a problem with it.
Yes, because this is true.
Because the younger you are, all you know is the memes.
Okay. Hey man, listen, man. I ain't got no beef with these guys, but I'll bring it to anybody. I don't give a fuck how big your channel is. I don't give a damn. Any more crash? Okay, no more crash outs. Okay. We're going to leave it there. Shout out to Midnight's Edge for that epic crash out. Okay. All right. Anything else? Did I miss anything, y'all? Well, you know what? Since we're talking comic books, I'm going to end it with this one here. Let's end this here. And I'm going to get out of here, y'all. Let me go ahead and get up out of here.
Community is anti-black, and so is the industry at large. The injustices keep stacking up, and I'm calling them out. Stephanie Williams is the first black woman ever to receive an Eisner nomination for Best Writer, and only the second black person since 1995. And no major comic news outlet has covered this, not including specific podcasts. Williams is nominated for Best Writer and Best New Series for Temporal, and she rightfully called this out and drew attention to the amount of diverse nominations this year. To put it in perspective, the last black writer to be nominated was the late great Dwayne McDuffie. That was in 1995, over 30 years ago. This clearly illustrates why it's so difficult for black creators and black stories to break through. We're trying to get a Vixen solo series written by an Eisner nominee, and it's an uphill battle because we don't have the support. Mind you, DC has never published a black female.
If I remember correctly, Vixen can mimic the abilities of all animals. That's her power.
superhero comic in its 92-year history. How can you say something doesn't sell if you don't even try? The industry doesn't care. Many people in these fandoms turn a blind eye, and it's been up to fans of representation to do the hard work. For example, the Dakota incident was not promoted well by DC. It was up to the fans and the creators to get the word out.
Really?
It ended up selling so well that it got a second printing. That was despite of the company's efforts, not because of him. Now imagine if it had the same push as other mainstream books. It would have done even better. Black superhero comics can sell. Unfortunately, they're sabotaged because companies just want a pat on the back for doing the bare minimum. The support is there, they just don't care. Also, shout out to Jamal Campbell, Dennis Camp, Muiwa Ayodele, Juni Ba, and the other nominees. The comic book community...
Okay, all right, I'm going to leave it there, y'all. I'm going to leave it there. Hey, I'm just here to observe and report back to y'all what's going on out here in the world of these niches that I somehow found myself into. Once again, shout out to all my guys on the front lines, fighting a good fight against the these angry European content creators that have an issue with their people eradicating the white savior. If you notice, you're not seeing too many white savior movie themes. The last one we got was Project Hail Mary. All right, the last clear white savior movie is Project Hail Mary. What else? What else we got? If there's more, let me know. I can't think right now, but my brain's all over the place. But yeah, Project Hail Mary, and that was a great movie. Phil Lord and Miller, great directors. You understand? So yo, listen, that shit is crazy, man. That whole situation with the family and the girlfriend and I had to unfollow him. That's how bad it got. Like, oh, bro, you trying to mess with this man's legacy? Like, I had to unfollow Bat in the Sun. I used to be a huge fan of his. I had to unfollow him, man. I had to unsubscribe from that guy, man. I was like, oh no, come on, bro, you doing too much. Man. I don't think. Listen, if y'all understood how much effery is going on in these other sectors, niches of these other industries that's on YouTube, you would be floored. It's just we're in proximity to the urban stuff, and that's all we kind of know. But if you kind of branch out a bit, it's everywhere. The only thing I have not seen yet is the tech beef. And I mean tech beef as far as the tech channels. They're the last content that's like unscathed. You got gun guys going at it, Navy special forces guys going at it with each other, comic guys going at it. I mean, every other niche is beefing with each other. The only ones that have not done it yet are the tech guys. So you don't see Jerry Rig Everything is going after Marcus Brownlee. You don't see Flossie Carter going after I don't know, Jenny iPhone or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Hasn't happened yet, but it will. Give it time. Man, hey, man, listen. He was that guy. He has, so Jason David Frank is dead, right? He was supposed to do another White Ranger movie with Bat in the Sun. So he has all this footage of of Jason, and he wants to, put the movie out using the footage, the last known footage that he had. And the family's like, nah, don't do this. And then come to find out, he gave Jason a bad contract, and Jason was like getting ready to walk away from the guy before he died. There was friction there. It's nasty, man. It's nasty. I'm just giving you surface. This shit is so deep with Bat in the Sun, Jason David Frank, the family. It's despicable. But the point I'm just trying to make, like I said, we think the Pit Viper and Mo 3 section is bad. No. These white folk, when they get into it with each other, it's levels to it. So we, like I said, we just focus on it because it's in proximity to us. But once again, I'd like to branch out and see what else is out there in the YouTube world. And there's a lot of beef going on, and a lot of sectors kind of imploding on each other. And like I said, the only sector that has yet to have internal beef is the tech channels. watch guys beef with each other. Andrew Morgan, somebody, that wasn't Bruce Williams, but there's another watch content creator had issues with Andrew Morgan. I'm like, how y'all do watches? How y'all beefing? It's crazy. How y'all do watches and y'all beefing? Can't make this shit up. Cannot make this up. Yes. Yeah, he want to get paid for his work. Yeah. It's crazy. I had to stop. I had to walk away from Bat in the Sun altogether because every day it was just more and more just stuff coming out, more and more receipts, and I'm just like, come on, man, you trying to, this man's legacy deserves better, you know? Exactly. So I had to walk away from that guy, man. I had to walk away from him. It's crazy. So. Okay. I'm out of here. Thank y'all for coming through. Thank y'all for letting me run my mouth. Did I get super chats? My bad. Super chats. DJ, the Django. Django. I told y'all from the jump they finna fry this kid. All right. And no such thing as overcharging black men in America. Well, technically, it worked in OJ's favor. And there are a few far in between cases where black men have been overcharged and they beat the case. But I'm with you. For the majority times, yeah, that's a rare occurrence. But it happens. Well, like I said, we got to see what the defense presents next week, and we're going to cover that from top to bottom, and then just let you guys make up your mind. But as far as the footage that black man described, everyone else says that's not what we saw. So what they're saying is you can barely see anything. It's hella grainy, and you see two people under a tent. One person run out through the back, and that would be Karmelo. So we'll see next week, y'all. So we'll cover it together. So with that being said, tomorrow, Paul from the UK is going to be on, and we're going to talk some UK politics. We're going to talk some Sir Idris Elba. We're going to talk some knife crime. We're going to talk some UK politics. I'm so stoked to get Paul back on here. It's been a long time since I had him on. So tomorrow afternoon we're going to do that. So with that being said, y'all be good.